or Kelsey come forward and be like, yeah, I'm the one, because she got immunity, don't she?
She got she got immunity for the first trial.
Yeah, but would they be able to come at her if they gave her immunity for the first trial? Would they
Well,
be
she
able to come at her for murder the second time?
well, we know it ain't murder, but
I mean, not murder, attempted murder, assault, whatever they called it.
all right, from my understanding is the big thing right now is basically from coming from that congresswoman, senator, whatever she is that Joe was railroaded, because of the district attorney that was in office at the time. They had a gun modifier, like some shit like if you commit a crime with a gun type shit. And if anybody can correct what I'm saying, correct it. I don't mind. If anybody come at, if you commit a crime with an illegal gun, it automatically get the charges automatically get trumped up. The issue is that he didn't use that statute on more serious crimes, and that he used that statute on Tory Lanez. That district attorney has since been ousted from his job. Is now a Republican district attorney in LA County right now. So the next time it get tried, it's going to be a whole different district attorney, a whole different feel of what's going on. So what I believe is at the very minimum, Tory is going to get time served if he goes back to trial, y'all. When the appeal go through, y'all, he's going to get time served because they're going to remove that gun modifier, y'all.
Okay,
So at the very
okay.
least, he's gonna get time served. 5 years. He already did. How many he do so far? Two, three.
I don't know. Nigga been in there since like 2020, 2021.
Yeah, he been in there since like the pandemic winding down, right?
Mm-hmm. Like
Yeah,
2021.
yeah. So he's, what I mean, that's four. Damn, four. He's getting out, y'all. If we go back to trial. Hey, what's up, Tasha? If he goes back to trial, he getting out, y'all. Like I said, whether it be the sentence gets overturned, or they give him time served. Problem is, if he gets time served, he's
Getting
he's
deported.
he's subject to deportation. You know what I mean?
He getting deported.
That's the only thing.
He need to be acquitted.
Right, right. Yeah, so what I mean, I agree with people saying like some of the same shit, but the fact that the stories, what I mean, the stories kept on changing. I'm gonna tell you what I think happened that night. Kelsey banged the hammer. Period.
Right.
At some point, I think all three of them had keep our mouth shut agreement. I believe
Okay.
that once Megan got, and this is just my belief, I believe that once Megan got pressure about what
I
happened,
thank you, Tasha. I appreciate that.
like the who gun type pressure, once that came, because somebody has to get locked up for the gun. Once that
Right.
who gun was it pressure came, it was the nigga that hurt their feelings that night. In my
Okay.
opinion.
Hold on.
In my opinion, she threw Tory because he hurt her and a homegirl. And when I say hurt, I mean emotionally. He
So
hurt
even
Megan.
though a homegirl
He,
banged the
he,
hammer at her,
he hurt Megan. He hurt Megan that night. He hurt Megan that night with the Kylie Jenner shit. You know what I mean?
so even
And
though
go ahead.
even though the homegirl banged the hammer at her,
Uh huh.
she still felt that Tory Lanez was the best option to throw under the bus.
I don't think the hammer ever got banged at her.
Well, it hit her.
I think Megan was, I think Megan was turning the fur off of Shorty. In this part is a witness account. Megan was turning the fur off Shorty. Shorty went to the gun. Megan still beating on her. Shorty ran to the car and get the hammer. I think Shorty banged
Right.
in the head.
But
I
she
think she banged in
tried
the head.
bang her and she
I think
still
she
hit her.
banged. I think she banged in the head. I think she banged in the head.
You
I
think
think
she banged it in the air, and then so how did Meg cut her foot? She really cut her foot on glass?
yo, it's on camera. Her cutting her foot on glass, yo. It's on camera.
I thought it was on camera with her saying she cut her foot on glass.
The cutting her foot on glass was her getting out of the car when the police came.
I don't know. I don't know. I
Look,
mean,
look at the whole video. I'll look at it again. If I'm wrong, I'll correct anything I'm saying. But
no,
look
see, I'm gonna take your word for it because my attention span too short to watch that 10-minute video.
right.
When you posted it earlier, I tried to click on it to watch it, and I got like 2 minutes in and turned
And it's
that
cut
shit
up.
off.
And it's cut up because Flacco, the nigga Flacco been was be talking in the middle of the shit. So it's kind of cut up. So if you do look at it, you might want to find like the one that's floating around with the whole video. You might want to find that one. But I don't know. I think you're getting out. I think the main reason he getting out is because you got that congresswoman behind him, and they got a Republican DA in office now, yo, for real. I think
God,
that
big ass forehead.
yeah, especially how you might got the camera angle too.
Yeah, I got that bitch held down.
Yeah, so see your shit
Either
going up
way,
that way. See your shit going up that way and shit. Pause. What else we got? What else?
figured a real nigga would be on camera for a little bit today.
Right.
But yeah, no, I mean, I hope he get out because I never really thought he did it. I thought that the way his lawyers tried his shit was
Oh,
stupid. Um,
yeah.
top tier stupid. Like he honestly should be able to file an appeal just off the fact that he had incompetent legal counsel. Like
That is part of his appeal.
like
It is part of his appeal.
incompetently like that shit is me personally as a lawyer, my whole shit that I'd have been focused on would have just been poking the holes in the defense's story. I mean, the prosecutor's story to create reasonable doubt. And my closing argument would have been reciting the fucking law. You know, you guys are up here to convict someone beyond, a reasonable doubt or whatever the case is, however they actually word it. Um, can you really say to yourself that there isn't reasonable doubt in this case?
Right.
And if any of them ever asked themselves that question legit and they wasn't already biased or tainted or whatever the case is, then fucking he'd have got off. Like,
Yeah.
because there's no way you can look at that case and you could be like, it beyond reasonable doubt, he did it.
All right. If I'm not mistaken, he's not charged with shooting Meg.
No, he charged with shooting a gun and being in possession of a
Possession of
firearm
the
as a
gun.
felon.
Right. So if he was convicted on both of those and it's proven that he didn't shoot the gun but let's say that it was his illegal gun. You know what I mean? Once again, I mean it is going back to that modifier, yo, for real.
Like, my thing would be I don't know. Like, and I get he was maybe, hold like you said, they had a pact or whatever, a no snitch pact. And he was like, I'ma stick to it. I'd have threw that bitch under the bus.
Yeah. Hey Tasha, it seems that the 10 years have nothing to do with him shooting Meg. It's for having the gun and shooting the gun. Now, once again, if this witness says the same exact thing he said on the night that it happened, then Tory didn't shoot the gun. That the
This
very
nigga Kern tried to tell me that that wasn't a real witness and that he made that story up.
really okay.
Yep, yep.
No,
I was
that's
bewildered. I
that's
was bewildered.
the
But then at
same.
the same time, he'd say, well, Meg said what she said under oath. So it don't matter if she lied to Gail King or to the police or whatever the case is for real. She told the truth under oath. But then he'll, say some shit like, bro don't count. And he would lie under oath. Like, niggas will really say anything to prove their point.
Right. Start lining up.
Like,
Niggas about to jump ball, y'all. Pause.
you know, it's the game for the game. You know what I mean? We going home or we gonna play again on Saturday?
Hey
Fuck
Tasha,
it.
this wouldn't be the first time in the history of a black man being in court that evidence that would help towards their acquittal was suppressed. That's all I gotta say. And it's wild that all of a sudden, because whatever it is, pandering, whatever it is, that people believe that the courts are automatically fair.
Well, they only fair when it comes to people that they dislike.
Right.
Like Tory has a negative disposition in the media or whatever for real.
Right.
He is already kind of like seen as a womanizer or whatever, and then this shit comes out. So you have legit 90% of the women, because I can't say all of them because I done seen, a fair share of them on some asking questions or he ain't type doing type shit for real. So I fucking I can't say all of them, but 90% of the women on the interwebs are firmly on Meg Thee Stallion side. You motherfucking couple that with the fact that you probably got a good 60, 70% of the niggas that either are simps and they motherfucking just following and pandering with what the women want, or they are really staunchly against abuse towards women in any kind of way for real. 'Cause I know it's a lot of niggas out there like that. That, oh, he hit the nigga, I mean, we hit the bitch, or he shot the bitch, he less than a man, so I don't respect them type shit. So everybody against him for the most part. Like, they were the villain. I don't know why I started breaking it down like that in retrospect. What was we talking about?
I mean, we talk about the situation. We talking about the situation.
Mm,
How
I don't know why I started breaking down the numbers though.
yeah. Well, we just talking about how cats will tend to panda basically.
Oh yeah, I mean that's pretty much
How they
what it is.
get to
Like
that point.
niggas love niggas love fucking fitting a woman's viewpoint. I don't know if you still in that group in Sports We Trust.
Nah, I been got kicked out of that group.
Um the men in that group overwhelmingly shape their opinions and the things they say based off of either the things that women say on a post or what they think the women on that post gonna say.
Right.
Like I've had conversations with dudes in there, either privately or in different settings or whatever, and their opinions of the shit versus the opinions that they give when they talk on them posts is night and day. And I only say that because that's the greatest highlight in my day to day life of fucking pandering. Like almost every relationship post or woman versus men post for real, you see the men on that bitch just bowing down. Like,
Who the
uh,
admin of the group?
it's a couple different ones for real.
But it's some chicks in it though, right?
Yeah, Shannon, girl Shannon, um, bitch named Tempest,
That's the one that probably took
and
me out.
it's another one, Petroleum, something like that.
Petroleum, Patron. That's the one that probably put me out. Patron probably put me out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
Cause
them, and then it's like
she the one that filter up real heavy, right?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, that's the one. That's the
and
one I
then
think
it's
put me out.
it's Gerard and all them other niggas, but they just like them women like Shannon don't really drag like that. I give her credit for it in that sense. But the other two they drags and they let their nuts hang. And T Hope, she right there with them, but she ain't no admin. She lets her nuts hang. Like T Hope lets them bitches hang in there. They be dragging on men. And them niggas don't never clap back, yo. That
Yeah,
should be
I don't
amazing to
want.
me, yo.
I don't want no part of that shit.
That should be amazing to me, yo.
I'm glad they put me out that bitch. I don't know how I got in there in the fucking first place.
Fuck happened to my camera? I'm about to say.
Yeah, I don't know how I got in there in the first place for real. But they got me up right up out that bitch. I know that.
Like, I don't really say nothing too heavy in there for real. Like, I talk sports, if they make a post about something that's real stupid, I might comment or whatever. But for the most part, I try mind my business in there just because I know they got a motherfucking hairline trigger in that bitch. Like, he got a hairline trigger in that bitch. I remember when we first all got added into the group or whatever. It's funny Hooks ain't on here right now, but fucking they trolling Hooks, they dragging, like, they legit dragging on him, right?
Right.
And so he tells one of the admins to suck his dick. They put him straight out. I'm like, at that point, I'm like, oh, you can't interact with these motherfuckers like that, because you not ready to say what you want to say to me and think I ain't ready to say what I want to say back.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck what type power you think you got or whatever for real. Like these motherfuckers really do be thinking these groups be the motherfucking Taj Mahal for real. Like you lucky to be in here type shit. Like I can go talk sports pretty much anywhere.
Right.
I just like drama. There'll be a lot of drama in there too. So yeah,
Yeah, the drama phony though. If you gonna put some if you gonna put people back out for clapping back though. So
yeah,
that
that's true.
that shit phony.
Like I remember at one point there was a nigga in there. He was going head to head with Petroleum, and I think they ended up booting the nigga. Said he ended up crossing the line or some shit like that.
Of course, a nigga crossing the line when you making the fucking line.
Hmm.
That's gonna happen every fucking time. Let's go, OG.
Brewski, I need to send you a Stanley. What sites you watching the game on?
I'm watching it on Xfinity.
Mm,
Watching it on Xfinity.
I probably can just download extra. I ain't even think about that shit.
Y'all up
But
10.
yeah, nah, that Tory Lane shit crazy. Um, Motherfucking, they said the new Thug just previewed a couple snippets from his album. All of them was ass.
Yeah, they've been shitting on him.
I mean, I knew Lucci out. I knew Lucci out, and if anybody know anything about why both them niggas went to jail, it had a lot to do with each other.
Right.
Um, so people is comparing them to each other or whatever, and they saying that new Lucci sound like the old Lucci, but that new Thug ass. I mean, they say Thug
I
need
think
to.
Thug process has so much to do with what's going on and him being extremely high that he might not even be able to make music like he used to, yo.
He might not be. All I know is
Because if you can't get in that zone, you're not gonna be able to make no hot shit, yo. If you can't get in that zone, especially with the type of rapper he is, ain't like he the type of rapper that could have had, you know what I mean? Oh, I compiled this rhyme, but while I was in jail, you know what I mean? I'm gonna come out and spit this shit, you know what I mean? He not that type of rapper, you know what I mean?
yeah, that's true. All I know is I can't wait to Wish Me Well 4 drop. I
And I
mean,
and I think that might be part of the reason why a lot of modern rappers don't have the same impact when they get out like some of the older rappers did. Because a lot of times they was in jail cooking and shit. You know what I mean?
I can see that. I can see that. I just he definitely need to get back in his bag. Um, I don't know what it is that's holding him back. If he can't do drugs, he need to talk to his PO. Like, look, y'all told me I need to be able to make a living. In order to make a living, I need to get high. He probably laughed at his face, but
Right.
it's worth a try. No, it's definitely not worth a try. He need to just figure out he got enough money that he can figure out how to beat a P test.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to.
Like he got enough money that he can figure that shit out. Like, all right, what is it that we need to do? How are you paying? Are you paying a nigga to do it? You paying CO off? Something need to happen for real, for him to get back in his bag. 'Cause I remember when Wayne first came home. Um,
I'm
when
gonna
he
send you
first came home.
a link, Latasha. Go ahead. What you saying? Al?
When Wayne first came home, and he wasn't getting high or whatever, he was ass,
Right.
and he slowly got back to himself when he started doing drugs.
Mm-hmm.
And now he done lost his mind, but his memory, because he ain't lose his mind. But he definitely done lost his memory.
Yeah, that nigga be
Anytime you
wild with
don't
his memory
remember
game.
none of your anytime you don't remember none of your fucking none of your lyrics, like that's wicked. Like motherfuckers. Like that, they say that's why he only performed the same kind of like. So he came here for that little 92Q Winterfest shit.
Uh
I
huh.
went, and then I saw him again at the Roots picnic last year.
Okay.
Nigga did the same exact set as a nigga who got as many songs as he got, as many hits as he got. He honestly don't have to do the same exact set anywhere.
Right.
Like he could probably shuffle out three, four. I mean, you keep your core shit in there that motherfuckers want here, but he should be able to shuffle out shit and have or fresh performances almost nightly.
Right.
But because the nigga mind so fucked up, he only remember a certain amount of songs.
Mm-hmm.
That shit wicked to be that good. And I'm mad Hooks ain't on the in the comments. I got the fucking hiccups. I'm mad Hooks ain't in the comments or whatever for real because he bumped this post talking about Kendrick is better than
Latasha, I'm
Lil
listening.
Wayne. He was saying Kendrick better than Wayne.
Who said that?
Um, Hooks. He said Kendrick is a. I don't know if you, because like it's weird, right? Because if you talking street lyrical ability, maybe Kendrick might be better than Wayne, right? But if you talking overall
Definitely a better song
package,
maker.
huh?
Definitely a better song maker.
Who Kendrick?
Yeah.
By better song maker, you mean what?
He makes overall like he makes better songs, yo.
I disagree with that. Um, I think he might be a better composer. So like he structures songs better. But as far as making better songs, wouldn't that be dictated by which ones are slaps and which ones aren't?
I can see that. I can see that school of thought, and I see where you're going with it. I can see. So it really has to go down to maybe even artistic preference and
Mm,
what you consider, what I mean, how you measuring them against each other. Because we
hmm.
all know that there are slaps that are not the best artistically. You know what I mean? And of course, there's a bunch of great songs listening to it. You know what I mean? Profound
Absolutely.
that are not slaps. You know what I mean? So
One of Wayne's biggest songs is the most unlyrical he is on a song. She wanna la.
and then at
I
the
ain't
end of the
pausing it.
day, and then yeah, you gotta pause that. And then
I ain't pausing it.
and then all right. Did Wayne made the song because Wayne was on it, but wasn't that the Static dude that made that song?
Uh, maybe. I don't know. I know he got a lot of credit for I know he got a lot of credit for the song, so maybe he did make it.
Yeah, because
But
I don't know if that
regardless,
song. I
like
don't know if it's the song. I don't know if it's the same without the shorty on the I was in a club. I don't know if it's the same song without that. Yeah, you know what I mean?
yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
But no, but then Wayne come in there like Johnny wanna and like nah, they flowed together parts. Like it was a nice combination. You know,
yeah. It
um,
definitely was a perfect marriage for the beginning of the T Wayne era. You know what I mean?
Shorty said the nigga that she with ain't shit. Yeah, Wayne did his thing on that. He just wasn't lyrical at all. It was very
It was a bop. Yeah,
yeah, like it was the beginning of that like T Wayne type shit. Yeah, that's like
definitely was a
Static
bop.
Major died or whatever for real, and Wayne was like, "Oh, I got you." You know, Tasha, why your thing on mute?
I'm sitting outside, and plus, I want to listen to y'all. I need to hear the U's and twos and do's.
He's silly.
Use, twos, and dues. It's crazy. Um, but yeah, no, that Static Major shit. But I don't know, like to me, and I guess it do come down to preference or whatever the case is, right? Um, my preference is Wayne because not only was he a really good lyricist, he made slaps like slaps on top of slaps, like so many slaps that we just talked about have not be, having to do the same set in almost any city that he go to. Can we honestly say that Kendrick got as many slaps as Wayne?
No, I think that Wayne's 10-year head start dictates that, and him being hot for so long kind of dictates that. So
But
no,
Wayne been
Kendrick does
ass
not.
for the last 10 years in the eyes of most people in as far as it comes to hip hop music. Wayne
I
been
want to say
ass for the last
I
10
want to say he
years.
been
Is
ass. He
slaps
just
the same thing as radio hits? I'm just asking so that I can follow.
yeah, a slap, a radio hit, something people can bop to. You know what I mean? Something that really most slaps don't necessarily give you much to think about, but it give you something to bop to.
S- Something
Now
that
you
anytime it come on, you vibe to it. You know,
now you
like so
now you
Kendrick has very thought provoking songs, right? But they situational songs. A slap is something that come on and you just it's a slap. Like, like some of Kendrick's songs would come on and I'd be like, damn, I don't want no Negro spirituals right now. So I cut it off. It's very few of Wayne's songs that I cut on and I like already because it's some of them, a lot of them Negro spiritual songs that I would skip. I actually like, but I like them in a certain setting, in a certain situation. So I don't really make them slaps. Like I can listen to a Wayne slap in my headphones while I'm working out, at work while I'm working, in the club while I'm around people. You know, you can listen to certain Kendrick songs or more than an overwhelming amount of Kendrick songs. 'Cause it's not even certain. It's probably a good 70% of the motherfuckers. The only place you really could probably listen to them is alone by yourself if you try and get some introspection.
God damn, these niggas ain't scoring for shit.
That's how I feel about Kendrick. Nigga Wayne, he multi-talented, and that might be, the way I lean with most shit. Because when it comes to like the movies and shit, I fuck with Will Smith because of that same reason. For real, like nigga can just do everything.
Right.
Like nigga can rap, nigga can motherfucking act seriously. He can motherfucking do comedy. He can motherfucking do action. Like I respect the motherfucker that's versatile and make hits.
Yeah. I mean,
Kendrick make hits, but outside of a couple songs, his hits are in a specific lane.
yeah.
Can
I mean,
you
I like.
disagree with that?
No, I don't disagree with it. I just like. I just like different types of artists for different things. You know what I mean?
I do, and
So
that's what
I'm
I'm
not. I'm
saying.
not.
But if
I'm
you
not
going to
disagreeing.
compare the two, if you go and compare the two, this is why I would go Wayne over Kendrick because Wayne checked more boxes as an artist to me than Kendrick did.
Yeah, but some people would say that the weight of music being profound is is a heavy weight. So Kendrick does have some slaps, and he has a profound discography.
And I get
It's
it.
almost like comparing
It's
Nas,
just
you know what I mean, like somebody like Nas
Nas to
to
Jay-Z.
yeah. But if we go back and think about it, I mean, Jay got some slaps, but Jay went away from slaps at a certain point in his career too himself.
But I could do the same thing for Wayne. Like Wayne has thought provoking songs. Like, he
I
got
think Wayne
songs
maybe.
where hmm?
No, go ahead. I'm listening.
Just saying Wayne got songs where he really in his bag. Like he even got a song with Kendrick on his album. So it's his song, it's his fucking um idea that he created. So Mona Lisa, like, you know, Wayne gets in his bag, like, maybe not in the philosophical sense in the way that
Okay.
Kendrick do or some like Black Power slavery shit. Like, all right, but Wayne gets in his bag. and gets in this ass. But I don't know. I think, like you said, it's an opinionated thing. Um, some people, value what Kendrick brings to the table. Some people value what Wayne brings to the table. I think you'll be pretty much split um, across the board, and it's pretty interesting because I think it'll be people from both generations that'll go both ways. Pause.
Yeah,
Like, you'll have older people that be like Kendrick. You'll have, younger people that be like Wayne or whatever for real. But overall, I think it'll probably be split. Like, it's not going to be overwhelmingly in one way or the other like people would think.
yeah. That was tough, Brunson. He
And
missed it though.
like, huh?
No, I was saying that was tough, Brunson, but he missed it.
What's the score?
27 yard way. 50 seconds left in the first.
We gotta keep our foot on the motherfucking gas.
I'd be glad when football hurry up and come back.
Matherin just hit a three.
Uh, nah, Tasha, we need the Knicks to come back. Not football. We need the Knicks to come back.
Well, I root for y'all. Hopefully y'all win, but if they don't win, then you'll know what I meant.
Yeah, nah, yeah. If they don't win, then it's fuck basketball. Hurry up, August.
Josh with that blind drive ass three ball.
2023. I mean, 27, 23. It's tough. Too close for me. We were supposed to be up about like 10 in the first quarter. That shit too close. I don't know. But you've been watching The Shy?
Yeah, yeah, I've been watching that shit. That nigga Nuck is a fucking head case, yo.
So I ain't been watching The Shy, right? But I've been listening to Mock Dot reviews.
That's funny.
So, 'cause I be at work, I just be needing some background noise for real.
Right,
So I just cut the shit on because they don't do power no more like that. Well, he still do power for us, but he fucking just doing like the little character reviews, what they going to do next type shit. They little throwaway videos to get him some views.
right.
So I've been listening to the Shy shit. So I didn't. I'm pretty current. You know, is Reggie coming back?
I don't know. I don't. Did they ever say he was dead on the show? Like, did they? I don't remember them ever explaining anything about Reggie, yo. So I guess
Me
he could
neither.
come
The
back.
nigga picked him up and he took him away. And that was the end of it.
Oh, Reggie did get shot at the end.
He did get shot. He was laying on the ground, blood coming out his mouth, all that shit. But then
Right.
somebody picked him up and they put him in a car, and that was like the end of it.
I mean, he could possibly come back. I'm trying to
They
see.
technically ain't show you nobody.
Yeah, I'm trying to see how he gonna fit in. I mean, is he gonna come in the take over with Nuck doing? I mean, like, what the fuck? Like, I'm trying to figure out what his purpose would be at this point.
He definitely gonna take over for Nuck because Nuck gonna get killed at the end of the season.
Nuck might get killed next episode, y'all.
So because Nuck Ray got out of there, I don't think he's gonna get killed next episode. I think they're gonna drag it out a little bit.
Well, I
But
think Alicia's gonna find out next episode.
yeah, she gonna find out, but she ain't gonna kill him right away. Like she gonna probably try to plot a situation out or whatever. But I tell you what, I don't like I said, I don't watch it too heavy. But the bitch from Thin Line, Love and Hate,
Yeah,
she is a evil looking woman. She is the goat at black woman anger. It displaying it on screen. Like I don't know too many women who are actors or actresses
it
that
says it says she evil Angela Bassett and shit.
for real. Like she definitely evil Angela Bassett. They both muscular, they both look alike. I definitely used to mistake them for each other. Her. and Angela Bassett, and I know she a little younger, but Vivica A. Fox kind of used to fit in that same like bubble for me.
Okay.
Like I used to kind of mix the motherfuckers up.
Vivica low key might not be that much younger than Angela Bassett for real, y'all. Let me look that shit up though.
If she not, she played younger on TV than Angela Bassett.
Let me see.
You know, Vivica was the bad bitch in movies until probably like 2010, and then she de-escalated fast.
Yeah, Vivica 66, Angela and I mean Vivica 60, Angela Bassett 66.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Vivica
Would
descent into grandmotherism is way worse than Angela Bassett's. Angela Bassett still look good to this day. I
yeah.
would still crank her. Vivica Fox, not so much, other than the fact that I knew that she was Vivica Fox.
Okay. Yeah, because she went that surgery route, y'all. And then she got that BBL. Oh Lord. Um
That bitch look garbage.
Angela always been about fitness. You know what I mean? You can see the difference. Um
Angela Bassett is the much better fit version of an actress than Regina King. I can't stand Regina King.
I like her in her older years more than I liked her when she was younger. Let's put it like that. I like her more
Like
in her
you
older
ever
years.
saw this Christmas?
No, I didn't watch
Natasha,
that
you
shit.
ever saw this Christmas?
What you say?
Did you ever see this Christmas
I think so. That's a Chris Brown
with
movie.
Chris Brown? Yeah. So it's this scene in the movie where they find out Loren not Lorenz Tate, Laz Alonso is playing Regina King husband.
Right.
And it's a scene where they find out that he cheating for real. And when she find out that he cheating, she getting out the shower and she got on this like supposed to be sexy lingerie. And this bitch just looked like a bodybuilder for real. Like it was so
Well,
I
the
looked at this
difference.
shit and I was like, I understand why he cheating on her.
All right, I'm gonna tell you the difference between them two. Angela Bassett frame would look good. Her body shape would look good if she never worked out, like just her natural body shape. Regina King is straight up and down, yo. She ain't got no hips.
That shit
She ain't got no
is
breasts. So when
muscles
you
look
see the
good.
muscles, when you see the muscles added, you know what I mean, it's gonna look a little boyish. You know what I mean?
That
So
shit
that's
just was
that's
a
kind of
turn
like the
off.
difference.
I get why bro cheated. I really do. I coming home to that every night, you gonna get you can be sick of yourself. What was I thinking?
Quick,
Bitch had
quick
them pretty
question. Quick,
eyes.
quick Angela Bassett question, y'all. How would you feel if Marvel corrected their universe and replaced Halle Berry with Angela Bassett as Storm in the
No,
when they do Secret Wars and they bring up
no,
when they bring in the X-Men?
no, no. Only because Storm was probably the 10th worst thing about that X-Men movie. So she did good enough job that she can come back if they bringing the other niggas back.
I love Halle Berry. Hated her as Storm, yo. I couldn't
All
stand her.
right. Secondly,
That was one of my main
Angela
problems with the
Bassett
movie.
then already bodied a room in the MCU.
Okay.
She done already bodied the shit. Right. And she not as big a star as Robert Downey Jr. that I think they would do some shit like that. But if they did, that shit would be cool because she would have been a dope storm. Um, she could have pulled off the accent that Halle Berry didn't even try. If you watch the first movie, the first couple scenes, she
She
trying to
tried it
accent,
and that shit
but as the
disappeared.
movie go on, they just like fuck it. and then by the second or third movie, she's just a black woman. That's fucking Storm. Like that shit is wicked. Like I ain't never seen no shit like that in TV or movie history where somebody started with an accent and they just lose it.
Yeah, I mean
Like
we've already seen Angela Bassett be Storm and shit in the fucking Black Panther for real.
she was great in Black Panther. She like bodied that role, so I don't think she need to. She good. Like now, I do think they gotta bring Holly Berry back. Gotta bring Holly Berry back. Give us some
Did they have
redeeming moments.
did they have her name on it? What's her name?
They didn't. They said they didn't have it on there because a lot of the actors that's going to be in the movie didn't sign their contracts and shit yet.
Oh, okay.
I mean, because you know, like big names like Tom Holland and other niggas wasn't on that for real. So, um, it's just a contract situation. They named all the motherfuckers they had under contract already.
Okay.
So, but I don't know. They got to bring Halle Berry back. Can't wait till the Fantastic Four shit. I just watched excuse me, the Thunderbolts again yesterday for real. Um, I just watched the Thunderbolts again yesterday, and it's a pretty good movie. It's legit like the fucking mental health Avengers. Like all the motherfuckers is crazy. All the motherfuckers got problems and shit, and they got to come together to save the world. They legit saved the world with a hug.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm gonna check it out because I have yet to watch it all the way through yet. I've just I don't know. Every time I watch it, I either fall asleep or turn it off and do something else. So I've watched it all in pieces, but I've yet to watch it straight through yet.
uh, and you definitely should check it out. It's a good movie. Um, it's just like the last scene that you would expect to be the action scene or the action act or whatever. For real, it don't have much action.
Yeah, there's a lot of talk no jitsu in that motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. Like, you know, stop putting because their last two movies, and when you think about it, their next three movies, or their last three movies, because the Fantastic Four gonna be the same way for real. Um, they face villains that they can't be like fucking Falcon without the super soldier serum face Red Hulk. He talked him down. Fucking they face the Void. They talk him down. Um,
Well, I think
Fantastic Four gonna
part of that
face
is because they're gonna be allies, though,
Galactus.
right?
Cool.
Century and Red Hawk, they're gonna be allies, right?
What you mean?
Aren't the Thunderbolt? Isn't the Red Hawk in the Thunderbolts?
Mm-mm. You no, no. He's not a part of the Thunderbolts. At least not in the MCU.
Oh, all right.
Even in the comics, he's not a part of the Thunderbolts.
I thought the Thunderbolts
It's a different.
was led by the Red Hawk.
No, the Thunderbolts is led by Baron Zemo.
Oh, okay. Shit, I thought that's why they named them the damn Thunderbolts at the Thunderbolt Ross and shit.
Mm-mm. Nah, the Thunderbolts in the comics or anywhere else other than the MCU is it's this team of like low level villains that disguise themselves as heroes and they call themselves the Thunderbolts. They led by Burn Zemo. He go under this like alias Citizen V or whatever. I send you the little Marvel Assemble episode so you can watch it. It's really a cool little situation.
I think I seen it before because I saw you talking about the Avengers Assemble.
Avengers, yeah, Avengers Assemble, but
Yeah, yeah. I
Citizen
think I seen it
V
before.
is actually Burn Zemo.
Okay.
He basically like a knockoff Captain America for real.
Okay. All right. I see that. I see this mock doc joint you talking about with about Reggie. I see that shit right there.
You know, you think Reggie coming back? Him and somebody else I was watching. I don't know if movie about Cover the Shy, but it was somebody else I
No.
was watching.
Nah, he don't cover the Shy.
Yeah, it was somebody else I was watching. They was talking about it. They was all saying Reggie probably end up coming back.
What you think about that Larry Hoover sentence getting commuted?
I mean, it's cool. I don't think it should have. It's probably
It seemed like it didn't
a
fucking help it
thousand.
because he still got all them damn state sentences.
They
Yeah,
say he gonna get out parole for that.
But like in 2060 something, right?
Oh, I don't know. I ain't looked that far into it. I just know the
yeah.
nigga said
He not
it
lasting until
allowed him to get parole. Well, good. So it defeated the purpose. He wasted that pardon on somebody that he could have used it on that would have actually got out of fucking jail.
But like he's 70 something right now, and it's 2025.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
for
they
real.
did that. Trump did that just to stroke his ego and appease the black, the black community.
Probably because
I,
he had
I
already
I
did
agree with
rid of
that,
Chrisley.
but
That Chrisley case.
in order for him to get back to the state to fight the state case, the federal shit had to be overturned, and the federal government can't overturn a state conviction. You know what I mean? So
Right.
So now he got
I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying, Crab, at all. But him getting back to the state does give him a chance to fight that case, because for real they actually letting a lot of lifers out once they become elderly. So if he hit 80, they might just let him out anyway.
Yeah,
What
that
has
could
to
be
be
true.
proven? What
he
has to be?
did like 110 or something, right?
150 to
Like
200 years.
if he's 70 or 74, whatever he is now, and they saying I don't remember the exact year, but I know it was at least 2060 something. That's still about damn near 40 years from now.
Yeah, I ain't even gonna live another 40, but yeah, for real though, like it gives him a chance to fight the case at the state level at the very least. At the very least, like the dude that actually did the killing is out of jail and shit from the original fucking case. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I just think he wasted that shit and he did it to Panda, honestly. Like,
I agree.
all right, look,
I don't
black
disagree with
people,
that.
I did something for y'all. I freed him and NBA Youngboy. I,
I don't disagree
and
with that.
it was really all to distract people from the fact that the Grizzlies got off like fucking man. They might be white collar criminal ghosts at this point. Like he let them out. They ain't got to pay none of the money back that they say they owe. None of that shit.
Yeah, I
They
can
they
agree with
just
that.
coming back up. Like they just coming back up. And he released all the shit. He said all the shit. Oh, we gonna do that for young boy. Whoop, de whoop, whoop, de whoop. But he doing all that hide from the fact that he really got his homeboy out of jail.
Yeah, I can see that.
I he got his homeboy out of jail with his wife, and he caught in all the fucking they debts. Like they was like $20 million in debt. He wiped all that shit out. Now they get to come home, all they shit unfrozen. All the money they stole from motherfuckers, they get to keep. Like NBA YoungBoy, he was only in jail for 2 months. He'd have came home in 8, 9 months anyway. Larry Hoover still got to fight his cases and all that other shit, right? He's not a
Yeah,
free man. The only ones that walk away scot free in this shit is the Chrisleys.
yeah.
That's why yo did the shit.
And
That's
didn't he
how I
pardon
feel
like
about
some
it.
politicians or something too? I felt like somebody in Michigan or something like that he pardoned.
Probably so, but yeah, they was the real targets for real. We're gonna get these motherfuckers some high level names that is gonna make the media and people gonna talk about it, and then we're gonna slide some other people underneath. I wouldn't be surprised if the Grizzlies, all right, he wanted to get them out, but the politicians was really the ones he wanted to get out.
Okay, so don't laugh at me. That NBA young boy, was he in the NBA and who did he play for?
No, no, I'm sorry, I could not laugh at you. Um, he is a rapper from Louisiana. The NBA actually stands for Never Broke Again.
You get that, Tasha?
I heard the fucking shit.
Yeah, Never Broke
We
Again,
gullible
young
ass
boy.
people, ain't we? If people been celebrating, okay, never mind.
Nope, go ahead, Tasha. Go ahead and
I was just gonna say because I personally didn't know nothing about him, but I did at least see like the chatter around it. First of all, a lot of people had that Larry Hoover shit fucked up, thinking that he was about to get out. But a lot of people were celebrating the NBA young boy. I didn't know how much time he was sitting on. I actually didn't even know why he was famous. You see, I thought he was a fucking basketball player. I They just threw us a bone, and it worked. It
it
worked
did.
for most, I should say. It worked.
He did. He did his thing. And that's why I was talking yesterday in a little chat about I was asking because you got no Kern in the government. He like deep in the government for real. So y'all know I asked him, I'm like, why are so many people so likely, I mean so high on the fact that um or so confident in the fact that Trump is gonna fucking run a third time. And he was just basically like he either gonna try to find some loophole in the constitution or he gonna strong arm his way into doing the shit for real.
They said it was some
Now my
language buried
question
in
would
that
be
big, beautiful bill that's going to allow him to challenge the fact that that two consecutive terms is the most.
right. So my question would be when he drag on that, right? Because he gonna drag on that, right? He is definitely gonna be like, look, I'm running a third time. He either gonna do one or two things in my opinion. He either gonna he's either gonna have his vice president run for president, and he run as the vice president, or he gonna say fuck the rules and I'm running a third time, right? So my question to y'all would be, if he runs a third time, that then opens the door for Obama to run a third time. Do you
Right.
think he beat Obama head up?
Yes.
But
You think he beat
I feel
Obama
like
head
they
up?
Too
I
many.
feel like
Too
they
many.
hit I feel like they hit a stipulation in there that said that if it was two consecutive terms, because that would also disqualify Clinton, you
Oh,
can't
they
do it
keep
because
saying
Trump didn't
they say
he simply
consecutive.
lost and came back.
I didn't know that.
They some sneaky
I didn't know
bastards.
it said two consecutive terms. So because he didn't have two consecutive terms, that would be a loophole, huh?
That would be the loophole so that he wouldn't have to run against Obama.
Okay, because I think if
Oh, oh,
anybody gonna beat him, I think Obama could walk him down. Yeah. If not for anything other than the fact that a lot of white people will be upset or disgusted that Trump decided to amend the Constitution.
I don't think the ones that already support him are going to have a problem with that. He's already done enough unconstitutional shit already.
That's true. That's
Like
true.
they look at him
I can't
as a
really dispute
they
that.
look at Trump as a monarch. They don't even look at him as a president, y'all. They look at him as a monarch, yo.
Trump is moving like he know he about to die. Because even in his first term, when he had never been president before, he was not even a fraction of as terrible is the shit that he is doing now. Like the shit he's
That's
doing
because he a lame.
now
That's because
is
he a
like he
lame
know
duck
he not gonna
president.
live to have to speak to
Is
it, if that makes sense.
That's because he a lame duck president, and he's setting up everything to further his fortune. That's all he's
is
doing. He don't care about
is
race. He
it?
don't care about
And his
none of that shit.
homeboys.
Well, my question would be: is it that he feel like he gonna die, or he
Nah, he a
tested the
lame.
system before and he saw what he could get away with? So now he dragging.
I
Like
think
he's
he.
literally
I
a
mean, he dragging
felon
because he's a lame duck
and the
popular
president.
president. I think he dragging because he's a lame duck popular president. He know he
Whatever he is, he got
that.
enough of a fucking backing to do a third fucking presidential campaign.
I don't think he want to do that shit.
I
I
feel like that
truly.
Gulf of America shit was telling as hell because that wasn't literally on nobody's radar with all the shit we were dealing with as soon as he got into office. For that to be like one of the first things you concentrated on, that was really telling to me that he was either on like a revenge tour or he was literally just out to just piss as many people off as he can, let as many of his homeboys bubble as they can before he go out.
Yeah, that's all
Probably
that is.
so.
That's all it is, bro.
But I think they realized that he got such a following and he got such pull over people that they could stretch this shit out a little longer. Like,
I
imagine
think
Trump is president for 4 more years. We might fucking, I can't even think about how the country would go. But it's a whole bunch of people out here that think that shit would go amazingly. You know, if you give Trump 8 years to fucking run the country consecutively, he'll turn it around. When in reality, if you look at the shit that he's been doing, it's only been fucking us up. And, you know, I'm not an overly political person or whatever for real, but when he started like imposing tariffs and shit like that, and that's impacting the way that I operate on a day to day or the shit that I buy or whatever the case is, or my job, like it affects the volume of sales that we get. Like, contractors not trying to come fuck with my shit because shit too expensive. That shit gonna have a trickle effect on a lot of things for real. So that's when I start to be like, all right, then you wildin'. Usually I don't even pay attention. I mean, I pay attention to it, but I don't usually give my opinion on that type of shit. But when you start doing shit that's trickling down to the little man, then it's a problem. And he
Y'all
doing
know
shit
I've been
right
doing
now that's directly affecting the little man.
Y'all know I've been doing mortgage. You don't know, but I've been doing mortgage servicing now for almost 25 years. And one of the bigger regulators that we kind of are scared against, if that makes sense, is the CFPB. And when I realized that they was trying to like dismantle that shit and like even mess with the FDIC, I was thinking to myself like, because I see some of the fuck ups we do, at least on our end. Of course, we try to make right and try to, make sure we don't get class action lawsuits against us or that regulators like CFPB don't come in there. But it's like if we don't have a shield like that we're bucking up against, like the average man, especially if you're not that well versed in some of those kind of financial laws, this is just a mortgage specifically. Like anybody can do anything. They can call you at like midnight to collect on your house. You know what I mean? Like anything goes. And so for him to even think about trying to dismantle stuff like that, that kind of takes me to my original thought. Like he don't care about what's about to happen after the 4 years, even if he don't get another term. He literally don't care what the world is gonna look like in the next 4 years. That's what made me make.
Did my phone cut off or did Tasha cut off?
I think Tasha cut off. Yeah, Tasha cut off.
Oh, okay. She was in a
Pascal
nice
won't get
look.
21, y'all.
And I don't know. I ain't even looking. Now, what's the score?
42, 52, 130 left in the first half. He got 9. Pascal got 9.
Are we up?
Yeah, y'all up.
42-52. He got 9. I'm gonna go under for Pascal. You want this, huh? Why do everybody keep asking me if I cut my hair? No, it's a ponytail. Um, but yeah, now Pascal, I'm gonna go under. I'm gonna go under. I'm gonna go under because I think he wants stretch to lead fourth quarter. He ain't gonna play.
Cat gonna get 17 rebounds. He got 10
Oh, he
already.
got 10 already. I knew he had 10 already. Knew he had 10 already. 17 boards, 7 more. Yep.
All right. See.
Yep.
They is not trying to let me get this Halliburton and Pascal in, yo. They're not trying to let me get these
Miles
unders in.
Bridges is playing bent. Everything else decent. Miles Bridges just playing bent. Cat got 1 3. I got 5 points, 2 assists. OG got 2 rebounds. Bridges only got 4 points though.
Damn, I had a nice one, yo. They wouldn't let me get that shit for nothing.
All right, I'm gonna go Halliburton 15, OG 15. Cat got 17. Cat gonna go. What's his over under for the game?
He gonna get 29.
28. Yeah, he definitely gonna get 29. Yeah, I'm taking the over on that.
Brunson will get 30, 31.
Russell only got 14. Russell go blow. He gonna get 16 at least, so he gonna end up with 30, 31 on free throw. No, I might go under on Brunson though, but I ain't even gonna play Brunson at all. Um, what I am going to do is go Miles Turner over 10.5.
We got 5 now. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, Kel Bridges over 11.5 is
Josh Hart gonna
pretty
score
much
5 more points.
he better. I got him for 10.
All right. That's my last one now.
Um, I got 4. I need 2 more. Um,
Come on, man.
rebounds.
He took that Josh Hart shit real
Halliburton
fast.
over 3.5 rebounds, under 3.5 rebounds. They got Brunson. He got 3 boards already. They got him over 4.5 plus 106. I'm taking that. They should change as soon as I touched it. That should turn to 102 minus 102.
All right, this is what I got for second half, yo. Um, I got Carl Anthony. They moved it down to 16, so I got him over 16 boards. Josh Hart for 10. He got 9 at the half. Josh Hart for 8 rebounds. He got 4 at the half. Um, Brunson 6 assists. He got 3 at the half. Mikal Bridges. I got him over 4 assists. He got 2 at the half. I think he can get
Mm,
those. I think he can get those just swinging the ball, maybe.
I got how many legs?
I fucked up, yo. I was supposed to put Carl Anthony over the 29. I made a mistake and put him under. I fucked up.
Oh, I got Cat over the 28 and a half. Cat over 15.5 boards. Brunson over 4.5 boards. Turner over 11.5 points. OG over 15, and then Halliburton 15. I think I got smacked.
This baseball shit probably over. I know it is. Niggas ain't scoring for God damn niggas ain't scoring for shit. 111-0 and 180.
Should have picked the over for one team. Get which team you think you want, go off on the runs to, and then bet them probably like 3.5, 4.5 runs. And your odds will probably be better. And you can pick less teams,
Yeah, most definitely.
you know. If you know, pick the two, teams that is up 8-0 and 11-0 to score 4 or 5 runs, that probably would have supplemented both teams.
Right. I agree 100%. Tasha just disappeared on us.
hmm Nigga must have pulled up.
Neesmith ain't did Nathan's.
And motherfucking what the hell? He only got 4 points. That's why I think he gonna go off a little bit in the second half. He gonna go off a little bit in the second half. He a bitch. And he always he gonna score. That's what he gonna do a little bit. Even if he don't score a lot, he gonna score a little bit at the right time.
Right.
Like, you know, it really might be the new Reggie Miller or the Reggie Miller 2.0, because he way more of a complete player than Reggie Miller, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean definitely he got more all around skills than that Reggie Miller.
Reggie Miller was probably a better shooter because Reggie Miller, but it ain't that far of a gap. Like I would probably say Reggie Miller more consistent, but Halliburton when he get hot, his ceiling is pretty close to Reggie Miller's.
You see, you think Siakam under that 21, right?
hmm If I'm wrong, that means he came back and we lost. Because Siakam really the key. He like the engine for them Loki.
Right.
So
Wonder if he can get 3 more boards.
who
Siakam.
he should do that. He should do that.
See with a rebounds. Mitch Robb got 3. Can he get 6?
Mm,
You don't like
mm.
that, yo?
I was thinking on the cards, but he can't.
I mean, I know he can get it, but I'm just saying, will he get that motherfucker?
Think so. Tibbs is gonna play him about the same he played him in the first half. So yeah, he should. And he probably end up over in the third quarter. third quarter is usually where he gets the most active.
Damn, the 7+ money, but I ain't gonna fuck with it.
Well, Mitchell, I
Yeah.
don't fuck with his points.
No,
What are you talking about? His rebounds?
the 7 rebounds plus money.
Fuck with it.
I'm gonna play it safe. I'm gonna play that one safe, y'all. Play it safe. Wonder if
Mitchell boy
Brunson,
it up with 8 boy, Joe.
wonder if Brunson gonna get 3 more
Sometimes
assists. Brunson definitely
I
gonna get 3 more
got
assists, right?
assists.
3 more.
He got what, three already?
Yeah.
Yeah, I said he was going to end up with about 6 assists and 5 boards. Where he at with it? Pause.
He got 3 assists. Uh, God damn, he ain't got his boards listed.
I think he got 3 boards because I have bet him
Yeah, he got 3.
plus 4.5.
I'm
Yeah,
about to,
he
I'm, I'm about to fuck with that plus 4.5, yo. Yep, that's all
I
I
bet
need.
his rebounds plus 4.5. Oh yeah, I
You,
know he
you
want to get another two.
two
All he
more.
needs is 2 boards. Easy. Only one that I put in and I'm really iffy about is OG. OG usually wake up in the second half though, so um damn, I might have sold you under for fucking Seattle.
Yo, Mark, what's up, y'all?
Them Africans really get active in the second half, you know.
Yeah.
And B, OG, Siakam, damn.
Would you say
I
your
hope the
headphones
Knicks.
died? Remember when Mark, I was online on my phone. Tasha said her phone died.
Oh,
She
damn, my
was
shit be getting hot. I be having to set it on something frozen.
oh damn, man. Diddy is casting that. What the fuck they talking about?
I don't know. I don't know what to believe is coming out of this streamer university shit, but they said Constance fucked up Akron University dorms. He owed them $5 million.
What? That's where the streaming university was at.
Yeah, Akron.
And they said he owed the university 5 mil.
They said they fucked up a lot of shit there.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, I can see that happening. I
they
can see
said
that
they
happening.
fucked up a lot of shit there. He paid 10 M's to you know to get everything up and running or whatever for whatever.
God damn,
And
I
he
wonder how
said he
much. I mean, I know sponsors hit him up heavy, but I'm just wondering how much like how, how heavy did that shit stream?
I mean, I would assume, like, I mean, because that shit didn't do nothing but dominate social media over the last week or so.
Right.
Like, I mean, every little clip I saw from any streamer was at fucking Streamer University. Fucking Skinbone is doing his own little streamer. I think he called it Special Ed University. He
Yeah.
said it's a streamer house though, so it's different.
Okay.
Um, but you know, different people trying to do little shit. Like it was definitely crazy successful. I give him that. Like if he spent 15 altogether on it, he probably made like a cool 30, 40 off of it.
That's wild. That is wild. I wonder if he had any kind of insurance to cover what he did at Akron. Like I wonder if that's some shit he can go to the insurance about or whatever. He got to kick that out himself.
Probably gotta pay like a big ass deductible or something. But I would assume like he seemed like a pretty smart kid and he got like the right team around him or whatever.
Yeah, they said
But
the dude agent actually handled all the business and shit.
okay, he looked like a smart ass fat nigga. Um, you seen him put a nigga through the motherfucking wall. You ain't see that?
I think I seen that shit. I seen him push the nigga shit.
I mean, supposedly niggas broke in. That's what I'm saying. I'm having a hard time trying to see what's real, what's not. Because apparently, one of them little niggas was trying to pull a prank, so they ran into his room and like ransacked his shit or whatever, which is wild to do to somebody that's supposed to be like a teacher or mentor or whatever for real. But okay, man, that looked pretty real. Like if it wasn't, they did a good job of faking that shit. But
Right.
it will put a nigga through the wall.
Yeah, I don't think that shit was fake. Niggas in there fucking up.
I mean, that's 'cause that's how he was acting too. Like all that nice guy shit that he was doing on the other little shit outside, shit went out the window. He's calling niggas niggas, saying fuck wrong with y'all. He was wilding. Like, I mean, and then they turned it into a skit. The nigga that he whooped ass, they started dumping shit on him for real. Like, it was wild. Like, I don't know. I'm sitting there like, this shit is a good ass idea. I give him that. Cause, you know. They said Skinbone felt some type of way though,
Why?
because he ain't getting invited.
Oh, okay. Okay.
They said a lot of streamers that didn't make the cut or whatever. 'Cause I think they said he only chose 120, and he chose like a mix of like up and coming motherfuckers, with established motherfuckers for real.
Right.
Um, and they said the motherfuckers he left out. I know it was one bitch crashing out every video that I saw, but I ain't never
Yeah, I
heard
wouldn't.
before.
I seen some chick named Zoe. I seen Shorty.
Yeah.
I seen her crashing out, and then in the same video, I guess the dude was given the timeline. Shorty is fucking nuts, yo. I wouldn't have let her in that bitch either, yo.
Absolutely bananas. The way she played with him and that whatever it was that they was in the first time, like they met, like that shit was bananas. I wouldn't have let her in either. Like she was a
Yeah.
menace.
Shorty be
I
biting
mean,
niggas, all
but
kinds of shit.
um motherfucking skin bone though, if you like just looking at the little roster that established niggas he let in. If he was gonna let a lot of them in, he had to let skin bone in them in. Like you notice he
I
left out like
I
almost
think
all the Chicago niggas he left out.
yeah.
He left out corporate. He left out motherfucking Jack Funny. Well, he a Detroit nigga, but he left out Jack Funny. He left out corporate. He
Yeah,
left out
corporate.
Skin Bone.
Yeah, corporate and skin bone non-problematic too, yo.
Yeah, like they both should have been in that shit. Either corporate should have probably been a teacher, honestly, because corporate was one of the first niggas. Um, really, really, that Black Chicago be like series he had the internet and the chokehold.
Yeah. I really think that he he should be further along more on the creating on that tip than worry about some streaming shit. Like it seemed like corporate, like I don't see why no like small studio somebody ain't go at him to make some Netflix shit or some
Maybe
shit like
he
that.
don't have the back end or the right people around him. Cause like that light skinned nigga with the light eyes bars, Mojo, something I think it's his name. He is in fucking the Netflix shit with motherfucking Lavita from Steve Harvey. She got her own show. He played like her son or one of her advisors or some shit like that.
Right.
She running for like lieutenant governor. Like he didn't parlay his little 2 3 year run, and it probably ain't been that long in the motherfucking Netflix shows and shit like that. You can't tell me that if corporate was moving the right way, that he wouldn't have at least had a couple cameos or some shit like that.
Right. Right. Yeah,
Got
because
he
even
doing with his people was
the
wrong.
nigga Big Jah had got some Netflix shit at one point in
Mm-hmm.
time.
And like he was in a couple joints, but I knew he was in the shit with what was shit Cedric the Entertainer with Mike Epps. He was in that.
You talking about the sitcom?
Yeah. He had a little
He
quick
was he
role in
was
it.
one of the characters in that shit.
Yeah, he had a little quick role in that for real. But yeah, no, corporate definitely should be further along. Honestly, he is the Kai Sagat aesthetic. He literally could be probably a stunt double for that nigga. Like,
Right.
he had the whole aesthetic and he just didn't move the right way. The nigga Constantine, I give him a lot of credit because when I first saw him, I'm like, who this little nigga for real? You know, the guy ain't funny and nothing like that. Then I started seeing him doing little stream of times and shit like that. He was bringing all the different celebrities on that shit. I'm like, oh, yo, doing something. I mean, and for him to parlay it into that, um, I'd be happy for him and Drewski fat ass. I'd be happy for him too, yo. Like they just two niggas that don't really bother nobody.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I don't really fuck with nobody. Like people try to give Drewski a hard time for that white face shit he did, but that shit is legitimately a white dude in the hood. Like that shit was spot on.
Yeah. I'm sorry, like blackface and whiteface do not equate.
They
They
don't.
fucking false. They false equivalency. And yo, white people, you don't get. It's at least another 50 years before y'all get to complain about some whiteface. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
At least another 50 years.
Yeah, nah, that shit is definitely non-negotiable.
Like, like yo, they got so many false equivalencies, yo. That shit is fucking ridiculous, yo. Yo, their whataboutisms be crazy, yo. Nobody give a fuck about how y'all feel about black people, how black people feel about white people at this point in time in history. Like I said, y'all got at least another 50 years before y'all can complain.
Nah, I ain't with that shit.
And reparations need to be made within that 50 years.
I see them.
Now, if we get our reparations, y'all can complain about whiteface. I'll give y'all that. I'll give y'all one complaint, whiteface. Don't give that nigga no layups.
People,
What the hell, man?
what the hell? You that bitch ass nigga start weekend out.
That nigga been killing since that nigga said what the hell he burden, yo.
The hell, bird. What's the score?
That nigga try to make another song, what the fuck he, yo.
What's the score?
50, 64, y'all. Yeah, yo try to make a song, what the fuck he?
What the fucky? Because he made what the hell and it was successful.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey man,
Yo was on the radar. He was on the radar talking about what the fuck he?
you got
Damn, yo got them bitches flash, yo.
cool.
Miss Robinson already got the
I'm
rebounds, yo.
trying to tell you. Told you, rewind and stream, yo. I said he gonna have 8 by the end of the third, yo. And then he ain't gonna play none in the fourth. So whatever he get in the third is all he gonna get. Or he gonna play a little bit in the fourth. Probably like 3, 4 minutes max. If he
Would you,
going
hey Mark? Would you say maybe at the 210? I don't know what streamer referring to on the show though. Maybe after 2110.
what?
That's when our time out of slavery will be equal. Oh no, no, Mark talking about talking about what I was saying about the white face. They can't complain about that shit for another 50 years. Yeah, that's a good time frame, y'all.
I don't know. I only still see Tasha fucking comments.
You can't see Mark comments.
No, I only see Tasha shit for us.
That's weird. You don't see the one that's on the screen.
Nah, all I see is Tasha.
That's
Hell
weird.
yes. That's facts, Craig. Brucey, I'm gonna send you a Stanley. LMAO.
Yeah, Mark been on there for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like the streaming shit is crazy. The nigga corporate should have definitely been higher up than he is. Um, it's trash that he ain't because he definitely talented. But some people take advantage of opportunities, some people don't. Um, or his time could be coming, and it just wasn't meant to be on a stream of shit. Like Kyle, like you said, it was meant for him to, catch a acting role or a writing role for a studio or whatever.
Was corporate trying to get in
On what?
the
The
streamers
streaming
university?
university? I don't know. They was just talking about the people that
Was
Skin
but you said
Bone.
Skin Bone was
Yeah,
actually
he was
trying to
trying. He
get in.
applied. He applied, and to
I
me,
wonder. I
he
wonder if.
shouldn't have
I wonder
applied
if. It,
because you should have probably been a teacher.
yeah, yeah,
You know, I wonder if he applied to be a teacher, because they don't say what he applied to do. So he could
right.
have applied to be a teacher for real, and they told him, "Nah, you ain't." Because all of
You
them
ain't
don't
strong
do
enough
the
in the
same
stream.
kind of streaming that Ty do for real. Some of the people that was there was motherfucking like skit people. The Lord,
Yeah, some of them was skip people. Some of them was like
prank people, like it
they
was
call it when you just had a camera file and you like doing your
vlog
day type
people.
shit. Like yeah, he had some of them too.
Yeah, like people that was you just had a whole bunch of different people. So like you definitely need somebody like Skimbo there because he one of the only person bigger than Skimbo right now on that type of comedy on Facebook is probably Country Wayne.
Right. Yo, give me 1 second, yo. What you think? What you think about that cooking with Kaya shit, yo?
What you mean, her nigga beefing?
I don't think it's her and a nigga beefing. I think it's Shorty trying to find a way to get rid of yo, cause she lit. You
She
know what I
bubbling
mean?
him
And
too though.
yo holding on. You know what I mean? Yo holding on tight. You know what I mean? I think that's really what it came down to. Yeah. And if he's smart, he'll he'll play his cards right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because he bubbling himself too. So even if that is what she wanted, she at least gave him a parting gift because she put him in I don't want to say spotlight, but she put him in a conversation. You know, I just seen more videos of that nigga, and I still don't know his name, but I just seen more videos of that nigga in the last 2, 3 days that I know I've seen. In the entire time he's been alive, and I know that ain't the first time that he started streaming.
Yeah. Mark said, Crab added me 2 weeks ago. I don't know why he can't see my comments.
I
I didn't know
usually
you
can,
had to add anybody.
yeah, no, I usually can see Mark comments. I just can't see them today.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, no, I usually can see them bitches.
You got hit that. Oh man, that was a assist. Damn, Indy going deep in a bench. Who the fuck is that?
What's the score?
She was making yo sound a little weird too.
What's the score?
50, 66. Yeah, she was making them sound weird. I mean, one of the things is they fucking young as a motherfucker and shit.
You know,
But Shorty was making herself not have any accountability. But it's the way they was talking, yo, like Shorty just trying to make her fucking way for real. That's all it seemed like to me. And she around richer and more litter niggas now, and she see the motherfucking she see the light. You know what I mean? That's all it come down to.
yeah, all right,
And you gotta figure on top of that, you gotta figure damn near every nigga is in her inbox. And I'm talking about quote unquote established niggas is in her fucking inbox and shit.
I can see that. You know, I ain't get her a better wig yet, but I'm sure that's coming. That's when he know he lost it. When she get that A1 install, it's over for bro.
I think it's already over for.
Yeah, it's trending that way. She ain't come out with that bust down yet, yo. Watch when she come out with that bust down, yo. And she gonna be
And
dragging,
she already tried to say we wasn't even ever together.
which is bananas. Like,
He was just living with me. I liked him and everything, but we weren't ever the bitch. You saying that because you doing what the fuck you want to do. That's all that's going on.
man,
I should have underturned a bum ass. That's what I should have did.
ain't got no point.
I ain't say that nigga score all night.
Damn.
Let me see what you got. You know he already don't rebound like that. Miss Rob is just jumping all over the place on them paws. That's another thing. How nigga gonna say he a new advanced version of AD? The nigga don't even fucking rebound, y'all.
You won't let that shit go.
Cause that shit was weird.
No,
But that
not
home that Homer thing. That Homer thing. Tasha's back.
cautious bitch
What
ass.
up, Tasha?
She back on me.
What's that nigga name? I was just Miles Turner. Is this nigga even listed? God damn. Yeah, he got 5 and 2.
5 inch. Was nasty.
I mean, he'll spark off for like three threes in a quarter though. He will do that.
I need him to go score 6 points, so I'll be able to at least hit two of them bitches.
I started putting threes on my goddamn ticket.
Nasty work, because I really want the Pacers to not hit another shot for the rest of the night.
Go set another shot. You got all the niggas on unders.
You know, I just don't want them to hit a shot. We need to win in convincing fashion.
Yeah, I think y'all got this one.
We need to put some fear in them niggas. Pause. Because
Cat just scored. Y'all about to go up 20.
good. I mean, we parting again Saturday. If they come back and we lose, we packing this shit up for 2 weeks. I ain't I ain't coming back.
Who
It's
said
like
he
nah.
packing it up for two?
Brucey, who is your basketball team?
I don't have no basketball team.
Me neither. I like Luca.
Yeah, I don't have no home team, so I don't really have no team of my own.
Fell in love with the Knicks. Pause.
It's a lot of people from
It's
Baltimore that
been an
choose the teams
unfortunate
that got a lot of
relationship ever
championships.
since.
Say again.
I said I fell in love with the Knicks. Pause. And it's been an
Oh
unfortunate
yeah, I heard that.
relationship ever since.
Uh, I was trying to hear what Tasha said. What you say about Baltimore,
Oh, I
Tasha?
said it's quite a few of y'all because I know y'all don't have a basketball team, but a lot of them like the teams that got a lot of championships, like either Lakers or Celtics.
I think it's only one person that like that mess with the Celtics like that. It ain't a lot of people. Trust me.
Well,
And he like anything. He like anything
well,
white.
the
Well, it's two
handful I should
people,
say
him
that I
and
know from
Tashima.
Baltimore.
Who else you say is Celtics fans?
Tashima.
Okay, so that's two. But Ryan like anything white.
You know, it's not even that he like
So
anything white.
so the Celtics is his team.
He is two things. He a front runner and he is anti-Baltimore. So with the Steelers, he checked both boxes. He get to say
Uh,
fuck
uh,
Baltimore, and he get to fucking be a front runner, or at least he was when he became a fan of the team. With the Celtics, he's just a fucking front runner. He say that his people's
yeah,
are Celtics fans, but I
actually
ain't
worked for
buying
him.
it. I ain't buying it. You know, the Celtics had the most chips. Everybody liked the Lakers, so he chose the Celtics. You know, he just a contrarian ass nigga.
Yeah, he not an all around he not an all around milkman. But he don't like no black movies, no black TV, no black teams, y'all. He not all around milkman because he's married to a beautiful black woman.
I don't know what she see in him.
Yeah, no, he just project that shit on his entertainment.
why why you say that, Latasha?
Because
That's not fair. He a good guy. He a genuinely good guy
no,
in real
nothing.
life.
Don't get me
What
wrong,
happened?
but
I can't
it's
see
just
nothing.
like she is a beautiful black woman, and I just know of y'all what I see in
Is
TSC.
Tasha on the stream?
Yeah.
I
I,
can't
I,
hear.
I just know I just know what I see of y'all in TST. So looking at her and looking at him, he also got to probably have one of them immaculate dick strokes because I'm not
Crazy.
sure how he pulled her.
I never really contemplate how niggas pull their girls. I think he's like genuinely a great guy. You know what I mean?
What do we talk about?
Y'all
Earlier.
went on
She's
him
talking
about
about
his long ass neck.
Oh no,
Y'all
I
went on
could
him
I could
because he
personally
drinks
vouch
these
for the
fruity
fact that
ass
he
drinks.
a solid ass nigga. Like he not as goofy as we play him off to be in real life. Like cool ass nigga. Like you know, I understand how he got his wife. Um, you know, I understand why he know he can't do better too. So they go both ways. He I understand how he got her, and I understand how he was like, you know what, it's time to settle down. It ain't gonna get better than this. Cause they dope together though. They got one of the most fire relationships that I know personally for real. So I can say that.
damn, Josh, he hot. Yo, this clothesline the nigga.
Yeah, fuck them niggas. Fuck, fuck them niggas. I
Yeah,
just
Turner do be dressing like a weirdo, Mark.
I need I need them bum ass niggas to lose by like 30 tonight. We need to take
Almost up 20.
we need to take that hard pause. Like had them thinking about next game before the shit even ended. If we motherfucking um, keep Halliburton bitch ass off the paint, we should be alright. Once he start getting in the paint, then he start doing those dumb ass step backs and shit like that. Then we fuck with the Halliburton. Ever since niggas dropped that with the Halliburton been going off.
Yeah, and they called him the most underrated between those two. They trying to press Jalen and shit.
I don't like neither one
Got
of
math,
them.
got Matherin on them full court.
My internet acting up. I'm ready to get off here for a little bit.
All right, that's what it did. That's what it does. What time is it? 9:40. We got on the tube. Trump's war on Harvard ignited after burn. Trump didn't get in. Oh, Trump got turned down by Harvard. That's why he going hard at him like that.
You know,
That makes
cut off they funded and all type of shit, ain't it?
yeah, that nigga wild. That shit is wild, and it looks because he ain't get in. Can't imagine Trump in college. I know he just cheated this whole way through college.
I feel like he is like legit, like dead ass. Not even just not for the sake of exaggeration. He literally has got to be like one of the worst presidents that this country ever did see, and that the rest of the world is watching. And I can recall a time when the United States used to just go debo countries and just go take over for whatever resources they have, and just be like, "You gonna take our democracy?" And now I feel like we can't never do that, none of that shit again. Never.
Oh no, as long as we got the strongest military in the world, I think we stopped doing that a long time ago though. When I say we stopped doing that, I think Obama kind of changed that feel a little bit, even though he was bombing shit.
I don't think nobody take us seriously. I mean, right. I'm talking about right now in 2025. I don't feel like
Um,
nobody takes us seriously.
I don't think that um, I don't think that. I think that people's personal opinions around the world have changed, but the military, trust me, is still respected by those countries' leaders.
I hope so, because I feel like some of those personal opinions that have changed also belong to world leaders, if that makes sense. Not just the people watching from the sidelines. I
I
feel like
mean,
a lot of people just looking at him like he's a damn dummy.
yeah, and that would make you more fearful than of someone who got a sound mind.
Just because they just can fly off the handle off any dumb shit.
Exactly. Exactly. Like I said, that military, that stand the military, and we in everybody backyard already. Like that thing really still holds power around the world, unless motherfuckers want to gang up. You know what I mean? And I don't see that happening.
And that's crazy because, like, are we even leading the world in like technology and advanced changes and stuff like that?
You talking about military? Yes, we will. Oh, military.
Well,
Yes.
well, no, not necessarily just the military, but I mean, like, the military, of course, will be getting their technology and that shit, of course, from home. But, like, if there's other countries or anything out there that's just way more advanced than that, or just putting money and resources and time where it belongs, like, how long is it going to be before their militaries? I'm not talking about like outnumbering us, but how long is it going to be before they militaries is really what we should be concerned about? We done already got punked a few times.
We only got to worry about China. That's who everybody has to worry about is China. Plus, China might, within the next 10, 15 years, China might do something crazy because their population is declining.
And ain't that who he fucking with? Like, as far as the tariffs are, because I'm not deeply into political shit, so I'm literally asking. Like, ain't that one of the highest people he messing with right now? Is just or poking at, I should say.
Yeah, China's the main one. China's the main one. I don't think those people people like on that level. I think they're tired of all of the manufacturing dollars going to China and not in their pockets. I don't know. But I know one thing: China got some slick ass cars, and we not even gonna get them. They're cheaper in price for the same shit or better shit than we getting over here. What you mean they pulled the Uno reverse on us, Mark? What you mean by that? Boy, that one dead. That's just the one right here. More, Josh. Let's see what we got around the book. That's hilarious. Brittany and Coot at age 36 and 90, married for going on 4 years and as happy as ever. What you think about that, Tasha? You gonna get yourself a Coot?
Oh, who?
Oh, I thought I still had I thought I was still sharing. I thought you could see it. This is this is Brittany and Coot. They've been married for 4 years. Brittany is 36 and Coot is 90. You gonna get yourself a Coot, Tasha?
I mean, it could be easy. I don't know that he gonna require. Damn, he got to be taking like pills and stuff. I don't even understand how that's still. Wow. You know what? I guess I just kind of tip my hat to her because that's just what you call just literally hitting a lick.
Hey, he
That,
look happy.
that's the Anna Nicole Smith type shit. Like whatever works, you just gotta take that to the chin for like at the most what 1 maybe 2 years.
look
He
at the
how old?
look at the first comment. Hell, a girl, let that man rest in peace.
Right.
Hell, Anna Nicole Smith walked so Brittany could run.
How old is he?
Great grandfather. Let me see, 90. Nah, he's old enough to just to be her grandfather. So my grandmother was 90 when she passed. So yeah.
Well, grandparents is younger and younger these days. But what I will say is that he looked like he had, if he didn't work on that plantation and just burnt down, he the next set of generation right below that.
I'm trying to
His
think.
parents worked on the plantation.
He was born in the early 30s or in the 20s. So let's say his parents. I think he the second generation off the plantation.
Okay, I'll take second.
Yeah, he the second generation off the plantation, but his grandparents definitely were slaves.
That's insane. I can't even believe it got me just tripping off how old I am. Like, damn. So for somebody to be 90, you damn sure right. They wasn't born in like the 1800s. They was born in like 1930 something.
Right.
Wow. I'm knocking on 46.
Who was that you was trying to get people to tune into? Oh, that was us. Okay.
Who you talking about?
Nah, you shared the one of the lives.
Yeah, I gotta start checking to see where you already shared it because every time I see it, I'll be sharing it to the new channel and to TST.
I always share it to the new channel. Sometimes I share it to TST, but I always share it to the new channel. It's crazy. Nobody really from TST be tuning in, but it's all good.
You know what? I feel like they might just be. It's two things. They just might be getting caught up in whatever they already was doing in their day to day, or they can't really multitask. They busy watching the games or whatever be on when we be doing it.
Right.
TSC seemed like it was not necessarily getting live, but it kind of came back to life to the old TST for a second there, just for a day.
Yeah. I mean, that was on some bullshit though.
You know what? I was offended by that shit though, because like it's one thing to just throw innuendos out there like, oh, such and such is this or such and such say that, and then just dismiss it. But it's like when you see motherfuckers just say like the most blatant shit, I don't understand how anybody knew that that shit had ever been said or thought of and just swept it under the goddamn rug.
Right.
He legit said we be clicking with our tongues and don't know how to use words. And I was just flabbergasted. Like,
Who said that?
Jimmy, did you see
Oh,
me pop off in that group? Like, and I ain't did none of my little Thanos, none of that kind of shit for the longest. I've been trying to been chill or whatever. And I just happened to stumble across that post. He was going back and forth with Demarcus, and T had tried to jump in for a minute. And I just literally read, like, it was only like 300 something comments. We used to do major numbers than that.
right.
I read all them damn fucking comments, and he sat up there and told Demarcus that, just because he was giving all these different facts or justifications of why he felt like we deserve reparations, he was calling him a bacon ass bum. And he was telling them how, Africans click with our tongues and don't know how to use words even to this day and all sort of kind of shit. Now, to me, that is very specific and blatant. And for somebody to just say, hey, I think he's a MAGA or I think he's a racist. You see shit like that and don't call it to the fucking rug. I was just, I don't know. And then everybody be like, why you get this nigga attention? Because this ain't Lamar versus Hurts attention.
Right.
This is somebody that been playing in our fucking faces this whole goddamn time, and ain't nobody called it out. No, I mean called it out. Like, hey, such and such said such and such about us. This some fucking bullshit. I was appalled. It had TST popping for like 1.75 days, but I felt like it was worth it though, because that shit was wild to me.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I ain't. I could sense his tone and the way he handles stuff and the way anything has anything to do with um racism, white towards black, or has anything to do just anything in that realm, how he comes in and defends whiteness.
And the only blackness that he hang on to is because he got, I think, a mixed daughter, if I'm not mistaken. And the way that he hangs on to Jalen Hurts' last possible nut hair. So it's not like I didn't think it was possible for him to be racist, but I think I was kind of hanging on to it like, well, if he was a racist, would he really be willing to top Jalen Hurts off the way he is? But when I seen them words, like when I seen them, and I didn't have nobody tell me what they thought. When I saw you say,
Donald Sterling had a whole black basketball team.
but that's different. That's like his business. He making money off them, or if you know what I'm trying to say. Like to me, that's still even different.
Yeah, but if Philly wasn't a successful franchise, if they wasn't winning big every year, he wouldn't be a Jalen Hurts apologist. He'd be like, get that nigga the fuck out of here.
But see, that's my thing. He was a Jalen Hurts apologist. If
Philly,
not if
Philly has
what,
been winning. Philly has been winning since Jalen Hurts has been there.
so put it like this: he didn't switch it from the A to the hard ER when Philly got to the Super Bowl against Mahomes and lost that first time, he was steady making excuses for his team just the same way anybody else would do theirs. I think I was just holding on to that slight little glimmer of hope. Like maybe it's just, maybe he just ignorant. He just say the wrong things. When you took your fingers and your time to form the words that I had just saw, if that makes sense, like that was shit that you can't even, and then you're gonna try to say I took it out of context. How you gonna take saying people click with their tongues and can't use their words, or if they expect reparations, we're begging ass bums, or to even go as far as to say that we have the same opportunities as white people? To me, that was just kind of like, okay, wait, he done took the mask all the way off, and
Mm-hmm.
there's just no way to deny it, to defend it, to do nothing. I was almost getting offended to the niggas that was coming to the post like, why y'all giving him attention? He always doing this football shit, or why y'all still giving him attention? Because I personally had never seen nothing along them lines. And I feel like if anybody else did, shame on they fucking asses for not calling his ass to the carpet like I tried to. That shit was, I can't even put it to words if that makes sense. Like I was shocked. It just seemed like shit you would either see floating around online or you might hear somebody talk about, but nobody in your quote unquote circle that you know of really truly think like that.
Right.
Then he tried to clean it up and be like, well, you know what? T Hope is one of the ones that I respect, so I enjoy debating with. Da, 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 da. T Hope done already shared like several thoughts and posts on her thoughts about reparations. So no matter what you try to say, like he tried to clean it up and say that DeMarcus was the only one that he considered a bacon ass bum who was demanding reparations. So why wouldn't T Hope be?
Well,
You think
yeah,
that about all of us. You know what I'm trying to say? Like I don't care
yeah,
how
that's
you
not
try to clean it up now. That's just what you think about us. Period. And you wasn't even a slave owner. Like he was basically calling them out on like your family fled from whatever bullshit they was dealing with. You didn't stand up and fight the way we did. You fled to America, came over here, still to some degree probably benefited on handouts or whatever it is. I feel like he really didn't even have a dog in this fight, and he probably could have just let that shit go. But it seems like he's just been getting bolder and bolder and sharing posts about how black folks can't be complaining about police brutality because we got hoods and black on black violence and shit. It just got to be too much to me. That
yeah.
shit is crazy.
I tend not I started not to engage with that type stuff because if I'm engaging, it's out of the emotional rise that they gave me because there's nothing that I'm going to be able to type that's going to change that person. You understand what I'm saying? So at this point, I'll probably just, if I do type anything, it's just going to be a straight up insult, but it's not going to be trying to get no points across to them. You know what I mean?
And I mean, I can even understand that to some degree. But some of the responses that I saw on my post almost came off like, and I'm not saying they did, but it almost came off like people have seen him say this kind of shit before and just chose to turn the other cheek. I'm just not that mature yet. And even if some racist shit like that happened to me in person, I live out here in Frisco, Texas. The police do mess with everybody, but it's predominantly white and Indian. Like I'm not sure that I'm that mature to where if it even happens in person, I'm gonna be able to handle it like that.
Right.
Even if I don't do nothing but call your ass out on like one post and just choose that I'm not gonna fuck with you again, there ain't no way in hell that I'm about to witness some shit like what I did and just bite my goddamn tongue or fingers
Right.
and make sure that everybody else sees it, if that makes sense. Kind of like how I was oblivious to it. I saw T had made a post like he just said some racial shit the other day. I thought she was talking about the one post that he shared that was like, "Hey, y'all got all this black on black violence, so stop crying about the police." No, it was like a whole separate post that started off about Angel Reese and Caitlyn and came all the way down to black folks, or excuse me, Africans clicking with their tongues and can't use words even as we speak today. And that if you want reparations, you begging ass bums and you asking for shit that had nothing to do with you from people that didn't do the shit that we're mad at, if that makes sense.
So how did T respond to that?
I don't remember. Like basically, well, put it like this: T probably out of 300 comments, at the most I'll stretch it. She probably spared him about 10. She tried to educate him as best she could. She tried to call him out on some of his bullshit as best she could. And once she just realized he just wasn't bending or that he couldn't be taught or whatever, she just kind of bowed out. Demarcus, he clearly had time for him. So most of them 300 comments, I would say probably like 290 of them, actually probably even more, probably like 310 of them was them two going back and forth. But and he's saying that his insults were geared toward Demarcus, but there's no way that you can say that when Demarcus shared a lot of the same sentiments as us. He was sharing a lot of facts on behalf of us. He was talking about handouts, that white folks have got, and he shared like act after act after act after act that was excluding black people and that was beneficial to white folks and stuff like that. And so even if you call yourself mad at him specifically on that post, you can't be that fucking ignorant to realize that anybody that looked like Demarcus is in that whole radar that you're going after, if that
Right.
makes. It's one thing. I remember how you were saying on your other post, like maybe sometimes some people say stuff, they might be tone deaf on accident, they don't realize what they're saying, this and that kind of shit. Like to me, there was no more excuses nowhere. Like I don't care who you thought you was fucking talking to, you knew good and goddamn well Demarcus is not the only black dude in that fucking group.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not the only black dude in that group that shared those type of sentiments as far as reparations being required or that justice needs to be had for some of us, what redlining is, like any of that kind of stuff. He's not the only fucking person. So I was just shocked. Again, to me, the difference was saying or insinuating that you felt like he was racist or whatever, and then reading the fucking words with your own eyes and just letting the fucking shit slide. I was just I was just floored. And then he actually called me out on it. He was like, something, something, something. You used to defend me. Da, da, da. That shit stuck the knife in even deeper. Like, you right, because I did used to fuck with you, even if it was just on football banter. But it's like, I did used to fuck with you. And now I couldn't feel any more stupid about that fucking shit. I really couldn't. I could have just took niggas at what they were saying at face value then, you know what I'm trying to say? But I don't know. Just it was something about seeing it and you can't really deny what you done already typed and it's still there. I was like, oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Anyway, I said all that to say that TST was popping again for about 2 days.
I'm sorry. Anybody who believes that a part of Eminem's success is not because he's white, you're racist.
That could have been it. Yeah, I see where you're going with that. I mean, that was telling too. But again, to me, like somebody who was either trying to give him the benefit of the doubt or whatever, like to me, that still wasn't enough. It's a lot of people. It's even black people that give Eminem his credit or whatever you want to call it in that genre or whatever. So to me, it
And
was.
I give Eminem ultimate credit for his skill and his artistry. But to say that his success has nothing to do with him being white, that's a fallacy. That it's
Right,
impossible.
right,
It's completely impossible. There are no black rappers that this many white people gravitate towards and say is the GOAT. It's a reason because they look like him.
right,
And it's nothing wrong with gravitating somebody to somebody that's great that looks like you.
right,
I don't blame any basketball fan for loving Larry Bird. Any white basketball fan for loving a white guy that succeeds out there on the court against people that don't look like you. I have
right,
no problem with that. But to admit that none of your Caitlin Clark love has anything to do with her being white, that's a lie.
right.
And you're racist because of that.
Or that all your ill will toward Angel Reese is because she's not white.
Exactly.
You're right.
Because if Angel Reese was white, She would be a white fan favorite because of the way she hustles, the way she plays hard. They wouldn't care about her missing no layups because she's getting 1,000 rebounds a game. She would be there. She would be their people shank.
You're right. I don't know. It was
I
just
mean, she
very.
actually plays like a white boy. How about that?
It was just very telling.
Angel Reese played like a white boy.
Everything that
Scrappy.
was
Scrappy
everything
white boy.
everything that I read was just like wrong. Like even if that wasn't what you felt from the bottom of your heart, you still managed to type every single word wrong. From saying black folks always consider themselves victims. Actually, I don't even have to go no further. Like just that right there already alone was just like that's just some of the most MAGA shit you'll probably ever see posted in TSC. And we don't post. It's not a whole lot, as you can imagine. It's not a whole lot of racist shit that goes on in there, but all that shit had to be like top one, two, and three of wildest racist shit that we done seen in that fucking group, and it all came from the same person. So that just kind of told me how I was gonna handle him, and actually kind of it seemed like it almost kind of calmed that shit down. Because now that he done became visible again, all of a sudden he just wants to make sure that he reminded everybody how much more successful Jalen Hurts' individual career was than Lamar months after the goddamn Super Bowl. And now all of a sudden you're mute again. You know what I mean? Like, that's funny how that shit works. Anyway.
Let me see what else we got going on here. Come on, bro. Track
You
and
know, I
field.
don't know that you give enough love to some of the TV shows that I watch.
Like what?
I mean, it's a wide range of shit from like Dallas and Knots Landing and Falcon Crest all the way to Baddies. We got a recent look. It's a whole black soap opera out these days that's doing dominant type numbers, and you don't never talk about it. Beyond the Gates. I
I
mean, it's
don't
just
watch
all
it. That's
kinds.
why. I
Well,
don't
you know
watch
what?
that one.
You need to start watching some of this stuff so that you can include more women in your demographic.
I absolutely do not have to include women in my demographic. I don't have to pander to anybody. And if women are interested in the subjects, the way that we talk about them,
I get
they are all invited. But cater. I will not cater my content to any particular group. I will
you
not
know.
do it.
I guess I get it. Cause all your content definitely be nigga based and primarily nigga focused, and I get it since that's what's creating it or whatever. But I was just trying to see what we can do to just get a few more females on here. But since you don't give a damn, I guess I don't either.
She holla baddies and beyond the gates. I would give beyond the gates a chance, but you can hang baddies the fuck up.
So Beyond the Gates from episode one, and I ain't gonna give you no spoilers, but like it starts off by, first of all, it's a rich black
Yeah,
family.
that's what I'm saying. It's about rich people, so I know it's going to
Right,
be like some intrigue and some mess going on. So
right.
I can get with that because it's going to be layered. A show about rich people is going to be layered. So they're going to have like some business aspects, how they get their money. It's going to be some intrigue with that going on. Somebody's probably going to get killed at some point in time. So it's going to be some intrigue behind
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean? So
One of the main stars, her husband left her for her daughter's homegirl and got married to her. So I mean, it starts off just to let you know right from the gate. Look, it's a soap opera. It don't try to sugarcoat nothing. I get it. But now at this point, like, damn, Brucey, I think they on. It's a daily show, and I think they're on like episode 61.
So it's a soap opera if it come on every day.
It comes on. It not only does it come on every day, but it contends with General Hospital. It's on the same time, but a different network as General Hospital, and still doing numbers. So
Okay.
they got renewed for season two. But then when you think about it, it's like, damn, Bold and the Beautiful is on season 52. So, like, of course, they still got a long ways to go, but like, so far, so good.
Yeah, it must be some white women watching it too.
And I feel like it might be. They did a lot of advertising and marketing just to let you know that it was gonna be like a primarily black soap opera, but people that are probably just into that type of TV, I
Uh
don't know
huh.
if that's why they tuned into it, but it seems to be doing the numbers it needs to be doing. So
Yeah, I mean, I hope it lasts.
what happened
But
to the pop the balloon reviews? We don't even do those anymore.
two things happened. Well, one main thing happened was that the pop the balloon people, they giving people copyright strikes for reviewing their content now. So I
Uh
just did, I'm streaming on YouTube at the same time, so I didn't want to get
yeah,
copy copyright stricken.
I
Um,
get
I'm
it.
all I'm already out of the video monetization program for Facebook, so I'm not trying to get any more strikes. I don't know if they're gonna strike it, but they're liable to strike it too. So I just
So
if I
what
do
would
any pop.
you got to do to get you back to monetizing on Facebook? Would it have to just be from a different page or a different stream or something? Or
It's probably gonna take some time and some appeals, and I don't even know what videos they struck me for. Like they not giving me that information, so I might have to just go through and start deleting videos that have anything that could be copyrighted on there, and then make an appeal.
damn.
Um, I monetize for reels and anything I post, but for videos like these, I don't have any monetization on them.
Well, that sucks. Sometimes I'll be jumping onto your live, and whether I start cooking or cleaning my house or whatever, I'll just set the phone down and let it go, just to make sure I'm still like giving you a view or something.
No, no, no. Keep that going because at some point in time, they're gonna have to lift it and see that I'm getting like some type of motion on it. So
Yeah.
it's still a good thing to show. Plus the more people that view it gets into more people's algorithm. So you can get some other people watching too. So it's all
Gotcha.
good. It's all good. And I really don't I really don't do this for monetization for real. I do it because I enjoy it for real. So at the end of the day. Um but there are other pop the balloons. I'm just trying to find another one that's halfway decent like that one.
Did you
Um
see how they did? So the actual Netflix show of it, I thought it was gonna be old girl that we like to watch, but she's only an EP on it,
yeah,
and they used Yvonne Orgy from what show was that? From Insecure,
Insecure,
basically
yeah.
like the host.
Yeah, yeah. I've never watched an episode,
Me
but
neither.
they made it more mass appealing because I see they have like white people on there,
Like
like different.
and actresses and stuff like that.
Yeah, so it's like it's more like a traditional dating show at the end of the day,
Gotcha.
from,
Gotcha.
from what I seen. So to me, it don't have the same appeal as the YouTube version.
Right. And that specific, I don't know that host's name, but that's very specific version. I see it's a lot of copycat shows out there too, but that one girl that you was always sharing, that those are the ones that I like. And if they ever happen to show the like the after, you know what I mean, or like not the reunion, but you know what I'm trying to say, like the little
Yeah,
what happened to the date type shows or whatever. Like I liked those specifically.
yeah, yeah. Those are cool. I like to see people find matches for real, but I've never seen an after show where it worked out. Um, I know some have, but the ones I've seen, like this shit never worked.
But they be like long distance, don't they? Don't most of them be long distance?
A lot of them are long distance, but some of them a lot of time because some of them what happens is when they find out they're close to each other, they the ones that end up matching a lot of the times too. So it's not just the distance for real.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Like it's usually he did some fuck shit type shit. that that they
That's
don't
typically what it do.
Joey Badass versus Lane Revon is the main event.
He just had a baby with a girl from Empire, yeah?
Who that?
Joey Badass.
I didn't know that, but they are a couple, yeah.
I
I
feel like I've been seeing his name not just attached to her, but most recently because they just did like a either a baby shower or a gender reveal or something. I want to say they having a little boy.
okay.
Yep.
See what we got going on here. Oh, did he try to get a mistrial? They denied it. He ain't getting off that easy.
That was wild to me because it seems like the same time that that news broke out, they already knew that the judge had already threw the shit out. If that, you know what I mean? Like they was trying to throw it out there for headline purposes. Like, ooh, stay tuned. And I feel like as soon as they got that at their mouth, he immediately was like, no, and just moved on.
Oh, they just had a new pop the balloon yesterday.
You talking about the kind we like, or you that new one?
No, the one with Arlette. Her name was Arlette.
That's her name. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, that's the chick name. Elon Musk leaves Doge.
It seemed like he got into it with Trump, which is kind of where that came from. Not just him realizing that it was just a whole bunch of bullshit, but I feel like it kind of stemmed from a misunderstanding or some kind of a beef or whatever. But
You talking about between Trump and Musk?
yeah, and now he done. I don't know. I'm assuming that he's had access to information, or at least his team has this whole time. So even if you beefing with Trump, it's like shit. Even if you was an enemy from working from within this whole time, what we gonna do? We done already gave you access to every fucking thing.
Right.
Being like so stupid. I didn't like this Canada.
Yeah, that shit was super clowned out. That shit was a conflict of interest, man, because Musk is a businessman. So the shit he was doing, once again, is lining it up so he can continue to get richer. That's all they fucking do.
Basically, the whole
So
entire time.
if there's anybody that's smart, you just follow the money. Just follow the money. Whatever Trump is doing, he's affecting something to try to get more money. Follow that shit and get yourself some money. People worry about the wrong things. Find out how they getting money, and you get it on a smaller scale.
I feel like he pulled off like one of the swellest cons in history because he ain't never changed who he was, and he got back in there. And I don't know what people ever thought of Elon before all of this, but even once he got in there and showed who he was, like I don't know. And he's an immigrant himself, so as much as you try to proclaim being like so American or pro-American, and that all these immigrants are supposed to go through all these damn red tape and all sorts of kind of stuff, your biggest homeboy or supporter, I should say, supporter, he wasn't, and you gave him the keys to the kingdom basically with no second look.
Yeah, that chick just Pearly thing. She disappeared. They got her up out of here.
Who?
It was this little white chick named Miss Pearly things that was like a she was kind of a big deal, and when that red pill thing was going on real heavy, and she used to basically she's the ultimate version of what they call a pick me, to where as though she everything, all her content is towards how fucked up women are and how great men are. So that's she was pandering to men, and she's a funny looking white chick. So they got her up out of here. They got her up out of here.
I mean, we got some ways about us, but everybody
What you
ain't
say?
fucked up. And I mean, I guess that goes for guys too. But it's like typically, it's always something that sets somebody off on the path that they're on.
Right. Yeah, I agree with that. Most definitely. Yeah, but you always gotta watch out for anybody's anybody of the same sex who all of their views are anti your sex. You know what I mean? They're dangerous people. Like any male feminists, you have to women have to watch out for male feminists because them motherfuckers is on some bullshit. You know what I mean? They either on some bullshit or they gonna be an extra weak ass nigga. And you have to worry about any woman who is just completely anti-woman. Them type of women don't have no female friends, and any man in the world you need to worry about a woman that ain't got no female friends.
And they out there.
Hmm. And most women that don't have female friends, they don't have them because don't nobody trust their ass. Because you're gonna at least retain one trusted close friend in your lifetime. I'm sorry, a woman ain't got no one trusted female friend. She was a part of some fucked up ass, cruddy ass friend groups.
Okay, or the other side of that, because I feel like I'm kind of a victim to that my damn self. Like some people, not just for guys, but even when it comes to girls, like some people love super hard. And
Uh,
then when you realize that everybody don't move like you, instead of you just realizing like, damn, maybe I need to fall back some, you start holding people accountable for not being you. If that make you know what I'm trying to say? I
yeah,
don't know if that
but you got female friends though.
I do, but I'll cut their asses off as fast as I will cut off a dude that's out there acting questionable or trying to be a hoe. I'm known to do that, and so sometimes there was times I kind of almost looked at it like, is it me? But I realized the me that I was doing that could have been picked upon was like, again, I feel like I just treat everybody like everybody's either perfect and can't never do no wrong, and then the moment they disappoint me or backstab me or something, I cut their ass off too and just keep it pushing.
Yeah. Guys don't go through as much stuff as females go through, as women go through
I
when it come
agree.
to friendships. Like our friendships are a lot more simplistic than that.
So what would it take for you to cut a dude off?
What would it take for me to cut a dude off?
Hmm.
I would say theft, um, and heavy hating, theft and heavy hating. You know what I mean? And anything that's continuously too emotionally draining and too physically draining. Some people don't believe in social equity. Like they don't believe that shit that it can run out. You know what I mean? Um, so really the main things is like theft and like heavy hating. You know what I mean? Like talking behind backs and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Shit getting back to you. You know what I mean? That's usually like the like maybe like kind of like the biggest problem guys can like really run up against. You know what I mean? Because I usually don't. cross anything dealing with women, dealing with my homeboys. You know what I mean? So I usually don't really have to worry about any of that kind of stuff. So of course, like if you had a homeboy that tried to holler at your girl or something like that, that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Get a nigga cut off. You know what I mean? So I think they might be like the main like three things. You know what I mean? Heavy hating, theft, and going at a nigga girl and shit.
That makes sense though.
It's time we got left here. No, there's only 3 minutes left.
So do you only have a certain amount of time and it cuts you off of this?
Say
Or
again?
you got a certain amount of time before you got to like start a new stream or to cut you off?
Nah, nah. I was looking at the time on the basketball game.
Oh shit. Look, I had bought this little I bought some kind of little makeshift little podcast looking thing, and then I bought like these little mics that I could clip on me, to attach to my iPhone, and like that shit just sitting in the box collecting dust. I ain't creating no type of content. You the only time I ever even get comfortable going live. I don't know why.
Yeah, I mean, I need people to go live for real. Like that. That's a skill to be able to go live by yourself and just be talking. I mean, I guess if you got like a really active chat or whatever, it helps out. You know what I mean? But yeah, just getting on by myself. If I had that particular, if I've developed that particular skill set, I would probably stream a lot more. But it's a little rough. You know what I mean? I like to talk to people. You know what I mean?
So I feel like that's kind of what holds me back too, because I be feeling like no matter what subject it is, whether I'm cooking, whether I'm just sitting there chilling, like how you be doing, whatever. If I don't have nobody to talk to, I wouldn't even know what to do or what to say to keep it going. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I think if you got an activity like cooking or something like that, I think it might be a little easier. You know what I mean? Because at the very least, you can just talk about your process. You know what I mean? What you're doing while you're doing it, because people can see what you're doing, but not know exactly what you're doing or what it's called, what you're doing, or the tool you're using at the moment and stuff like that. And you can express how you like to do it the way you do it. You know what I mean? So I feel as though like I want to do like some e-bike content. So I'm saving up to get a e-bike. You know what I mean? I could sit there with the camera and put the bike together and talk about e-bikes. I could do something like that. You know what I mean?
what's
Um,
the e-bike?
electric bike. Yeah, electric bike. Little throttle on it. You don't got pedal all the time.
So, like, would you create a separate channel for that, or that would just be all a part of the content you put out?
I think that I would probably create a different YouTube channel just for that, because that's its own ecosystem in itself. Like e-bike content is its own ecosystem. You know what I mean? So I think I would probably create another page for that.
So there's two things that like if I could do like podcasts and have it pop off, there's two things that I feel like I would like to do. One, like I would like to do some type of a cooking demo type of channel, but at the same time, it's kind of bringing in my love for football and fantasy football. So, like, maybe I don't know if it's necessarily around like cooking dishes for game day or like just cooking and also talking about football type shit, to where it could kind of appeal to guys and girls.
Yeah, that a giant probably. You'll at the end of the day, you'll get some football girlies, but you'll probably get more male followers for real.
Yeah. And then the other topic, which I don't know how to do because I usually don't, for the most part, I don't blend social media with my work. But at
Uh
the same time, I've been servicing mortgages for 25 years. So you know how you be seeing channels where people be trying to give you, damn, this AC gonna cut on. You know how people do channels where they be trying to show you the ropes of like, oh, you want to get a mortgage and you ain't been able to get one? Well, this is how. Just follow me. I feel like on the contrary to that, I could do it from like a servicing standpoint. Like,
Uh-huh.
oh, you've been in your house 10 years and you feel like you about to lose it. These are the things to look out for. Like, this is what you need to be asking your servicer for. This is the type of assistance that's out there. Did you know you could get it? This is what you need to say when they call you to collect. Ba, 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 ba. I don't know. It's one of those two things because I feel like those are the three topics I know the most about: cooking, football, and servicing mortgages.
Yeah, it's definitely a space for anything dealing with mortgages, real estate, like any of those subjects. There's definitely spaces on YouTube for that.
I just got to just jump out there, I guess, and do it. There ain't no way to actually officially start. I just got to start at the bottom somewhere and just see how it
Yeah,
pops off, I guess.
yeah. That is the only way.
And I'm gonna keep calling you to be like, Brucey, how you do this? Brucey, what the hell is Restream? Brucey, how can I have my shit streaming on YouTube and this and that and this and that and get all these comments from all these different avenues on like this one thing? Like, I don't know how to do none of that. I don't even know how to cut a video for TikTok. You know how they be using what's that app? It's called like Crisp Cut or whatever. I can't think of what that app is called, but like even whatever people are using to just post a simple video, I don't know nothing about none of that.
Yeah.
I ain't never
Um
the auntie.
YouTube, I mean like everything I found out, like I already had some rudimentary editing skills because you edit music and video almost identically. Um but pretty much everything else, I learned it from YouTube. Actually going on YouTube, you know what I mean?
And
And
look,
what Yeah, and once you start looking at stuff like that, it'll just start popping up in your algorithm.
that makes
Uh,
sense.
it is one guy. I gotta find his name. It's an older white guy. Where I learned a whole lot of stuff. A lot of these programs and stuff on there. He points you in the direction of everything dealing with streaming. He like he'll run you from the bottom to the top of stream, and that's one good thing about YouTube. There's a bunch of people that want to teach you some shit.
Right.
There's one thing I like about YouTube. Like I fixed my sciatica myself from YouTube. I never went to the doctor.
And I know a lot of people that be struggling with that.
I fixed it myself on YouTube. I just went on YouTube and I asked the doctors on YouTube, and they gave me all of the stretches that I needed to do. They told me what the problem was. They explained everything to me, and I think I have just as good as understanding as anybody else of it now. It took me about 2 weeks to get almost all the way back to speed after I start watching the YouTube and looking at the stretches and stuff.
That's interesting.
Yep. And I opened up my pause. I opened up my other hip too because what I found out was when I start doing the stretches on the affected side, I saw that this side was stiffer than the side that was messed up. You know what I mean? Once I got everything kind of back into motion, I
Right.
noticed that the messed up side was now looser than my quote unquote good side. You know what I mean? So
Because you wasn't even doing nothing on that side, like to try to rehab it or nothing.
right, exactly. So like I'm body's a little more balanced now. You know what I mean?
That's wild. But I mean, that's interesting. I mean, YouTube is up there for pretty much now that you mentioned it, like anything else in my life that I don't know how to do from like, I mean, anything. You can literally just go to YouTube and see if you can find it.
Definitely before you take your car to a mechanic, go on YouTube. And I'm not saying to fix it yourself. I'm saying you can almost diagnose it yourself from YouTube. You know what I mean? And you go to the mechanic and say, my such and such, something wrong, with my such and such, instead of them going to you talking about, yeah, you got to fix this to fix this to fix this, and this is gonna go up, so you gotta get that done too. You know what I mean? And that's just them trumping up the price when you go in there and knowing that because it sounds like this, I know exactly what it is.
So that's what I really need to do because like no matter how much I try to be like rough and tough or whatever it is, child, I turn into a whole pink Barbie girly girl anytime anything goes wrong with my car. I could go in there for oil change and they'd be like, well, you know what? Your router to your tutor went out and now that's gonna be $3,200 and we need that today, or this Jeep ain't gonna even make it back 3 miles to your house. I would believe it and like start calling people like, I need you to come help me get my router to my tutor fixed. Like I couldn't even dispute it if that makes sense. I don't know what it is about car shit and it's almost like it's Chinese. Like you know how you're trying to read Chinese and it just look like designs, you don't know what it is. Like when they start talking to me about car stuff, it'd be like wah 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 wah. And I don't even research none of it. I just automatically either pay it or start trying to get the sponsorship to get it done, if that makes sense. And then I'll be feeling stupid if I don't ask for a sponsorship and then they go up there and then once they realize that they talking to like a dude or whatever, then all of a sudden either the diagnostic change or they'd be like, yeah, well we could just try to stick our hand up underneath there and just see if we could fix it for like $60. You know,
Yeah,
you know what I'm trying to say? Like,
that's one of the biggest grifts in history is women at mechanics for real, man. That's one of the biggest grifts in history. That's why one is always good to, have a mechanic that you know personally that you can trust for real.
yeah.
Cause I swear anything I've went to a shop and they said $3,000, I can get that shit done for $300.
And they pulling that on the guy, so what you think they gonna do on me?
They always gonna give you the maximum diagnosis if it's not a trusted mechanic. Like if you go to a dealer mechanic, they gonna give you the diagnosis that will supposedly fix your car and get it back to almost original running. So they're gonna be like, well, you need to do this, and this. You know what I mean? So they gonna always give you the maximum diagnosis, especially at the dealer.
Okay, so wait, I got a question since we're on this topic. How important is it? I can't think of not one car that I've ever had to where I was on top of like the 30, 60, 90 mile services. How significant, like, it, like, I almost feel like whatever they tell me is wrong with my car, I have to believe it because I don't do nothing except change the oil and rotate the tires and buy tires and change brakes. So, like, how significant are them services really, or is that just like another gimmick?
What services are you talking about?
Like the 30, 60, 90,000 miles that they be trying to pitch to you at the dealership.
Oh, okay, I understand what you're saying. I would say that it is probably best practice at those milestones. It's probably best practice to get your car diagnosed, and there are wear and wear and tear things that would need to be done to a car after those milestones. Now, whether or not what the dealer is laying out is correct or not, but I mean, you figure out that certain time you're gonna need a tune up. You know what I mean? It's like certain things that you're gonna need to do to a car in its lifetime.
When
Just
you need a tune up?
say again.
When do you need a tune up?
I mean, your car is gonna tell you when you need a tune up. When it start pretty much. If you know you change your oil regularly, and your car starts running rough, it more than likely needs a tune up. If you're changing your oil, like if your engine's like a little shaky, you know what I mean, is misfiring and stuff like that, you more than likely need a tune up. You more than likely need new spark plugs and new wires and all that stuff.
See, this
More
how you see
more
me
more than
coming in.
likely.
Even when you said misfiring, I'm just sitting there smiling and nodding, and I'm like,
Um,
I needed to have a whole, hey, I'm misfiring light on the dashboard, because otherwise I'm not gonna never suspect that or even ask nobody to say, hey, can you look at my misfiring, please? Because I feel
if
it.
you if you put your foot on the gas and your engine don't push you like it normally pushes you, you know what I mean?
Like it's feeling sluggish.
Like it's feeling sluggish. That means that one of your pistons, one of the things that go up and down on the inside of the engine. All right, you got a four cylinder engine. I'm pretty sure your car's
I
four cylinders.
mm-hmm.
So it has four pistons that go up and down. That's what's running the engine. That's what's making the stuff turn in the engine.
Right.
It firing is the combustion inside of the gas engine. So each plug has a spark. That's why they call it a spark plug, because it's giving a spark. So every time it fires, it's supposed to give a spark and push the car. So if you have one of them that's not sparking, you're only running off of three cylinders at that moment. You know what I mean? So your car is misfiring, is not hitting each cylinder in order. That's what's happening. And I'm not a super car mechanic guy, but it's just certain things that I understand about how the mechanisms working on the inside of it. So if you're misfiring for a reason, whether you need a new spark plug, whether you need a new wires, whether your engine coil went up or something like that, um, that's gonna hamper the performance of your car. Like I had one of the engine coils go up in my car. It's a my car 4 cylinder, 6 cylinder. I don't remember, but I had one of the coils that went up in the car. So if I put my foot on the gas, it's gonna pull off like that. You know what I mean? And it's gonna take a while to build up speed as opposed to firing that first gear, pulling you off real fast. So that's kind of how you know you need a tune up. If your car's running sluggish and you know that you change your oil on a regular basis, which means it's not that, you know what I mean? Then it more than likely you just need to tune up.
So I don't change my oil on a regular basis. It's so funny because that just came up this weekend.
How many times a year would you say you change your oil? Do you get to it at least 3 times a year?
I don't know. To be quite honest with you, and don't laugh, I feel like when I'm almost getting fussed at the most, or like if he just be like, I ain't heard you say nothing about your oil, or like just something along those lines, and I'd be like, oh, okay, well, put it like this. In my defense, so when I get my oil change, they put that sticker up there and they'll give you like a date and a
Mm-hmm.
mile.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, my car, as we speak, because I looked, my car is probably like 2,100 miles over the mileage. But when you, my car also has like these little things like when you're driving on the steering wheel, there's like a control thing that kind of gives you information about the car, if that makes sense. So not
Uh,
just how much more miles you can go on your gas tank, but it gives you all that kind of shit. Tells you about your battery life. It tells you about your oil life. So
right.
I am over 2,000 miles from my oil change, but it tells me that my oil is still at 42% good. It ain't like it said 2% your car's about to die because you went 2,000 miles over the thing.
Why would you go into anywhere near that realm though?
I know I wouldn't, but I'm just saying like 42%. Like I guess maybe I'm looking at it almost like a cell phone battery.
No, it's
42%.
saying it's saying that oil is 40. It's saying that oil is 58% bad. That's what that said. You look at that 42%. You look at that when it comes to your car. Don't look at no glass half full on your car. You look at the glass half empty on your car.
I get it now. It's something about how you said that shit that made it click. Like, damn. Be quiet. Don't be laughing at me. Look, like, that makes total sense though. I was definitely hanging on to that 42% like it was a gas tank balance. Like, oh, I'm not empty yet.
Nah, nope, 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 nope. It has
And I
nothing
got
to do with that.
16. It's a 2016 Jeep Cherokee. And I don't want to have to jump out there and get no brand new car notes. So I guess I
Yeah,
better
you.
go ahead and get that oil change.
Yeah, you definitely need to get the oil change.
Okay, so wait. So, and I know they give you the stickers to tell you, but like, and I'm not saying I'm using this for future reference, but I kind of am. So, what percentage is the oil supposed to be before you be like, oh, I must get it changed? Is
I,
it 50?
honestly, I wouldn't even pay attention to that. I would go off of my mileage.
Okay.
I would go off of my mileage and or date. That's what I would go off of.
Well, when the date come, I'm never at the mileage yet because see, I work from home, and
Right.
the place that I do kick it at around here, I would say like the furthest I might go anytime I leave might be a 10-mile radius. So I feel like I always hit the date first. And that's always the first excuse in my mind. Like, well,
Yeah.
it's got the date, but I still got X amount of miles to go. And then when I get past that X amount of miles, I start using that steering wheel control and be like, we'll say that my oil is 60, 50, 40%.
I'm
Damn.
I'm I'm gonna say that the date the what I think is that the date thing is more concerning to people don't who drive their cars probably less than you do. Like people that might have cars sitting around, they might only drive it on the weekend or something like that. I
Yeah.
think I think the date will be more concerning for that because the oil is sitting around more. I think a car that you kind of drive on a regular or semi regular basis that you should be more concerned with the mileage than the date. Personally, I think. I think the date thing is more for cars that might sit more, like some shit you might only drive on the weekend. So in 3 or 4 months you might want to flip the oil or something like that. That's kind of how I look at it.
Damn, this been helpful as hell. And I don't even know how I got to this or how I even asked for this help. But I mean, I got a lot from this.
And some areas are harder on cars than other ones too. So I would
Probably
kind of
like Texas, how like one day you be below freezing, and then in the middle of that very next week we be burning up hot. I don't know how that could be healthy for the world, but that may not have nothing to do with it. But it seems like it should be hard on it.
the rapid climate changes are not good for any man-made materials. Like just it's just anything man-made is not good for climate change for real. That's why you see like different building materials for different parts of the country because of how the climates are in certain places. Like any place that really gets cold, you won't see too much stucco and stuff like that. Any place that go from like the summer climate to a freezing climate, you won't see a lot of stucco because that shit gonna end up breaking up. It's just it's things with building materials. But I'm about to get me something to eat, Tasha.
Oh, good.
I
Well,
thank you.
yeah,
I thank you
me
for
one.
hanging around with me today. It's been a pleasure once again. Gotta pop in more often.
I'll try to.
All right, and maybe we can put something together. I know we talked about this before, but put something together. Like if you want to do some specific like men and women stuff, we can do that. I don't mind talking about that stuff. It's just like certain stuff. I
I'll
don't
text
want.
you in advance and let you kind of vet out the subjects.
All right, that's cool. That's cool. But I mean, even if you see like anything like that's pressing in social media, like the Remy Pat thing or something like that, we can rap on shit like that. I don't mind rapping on shit like that.
All right.
All right.
All right. Have a good evening.
All right. Peace.
Bye.
All righty.